Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us because of her! We were forgotten!
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Then he's my...
Give it time. I can't stand that doll.
But it's us.
Who did this? Who? Halt! Stop her!
Huh?
She's the one who took everything!
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us because of her! We were forgotten!
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Then he's my...
Give it time. I can't stand that doll.
But it's us.
Who did this? Who? Halt! Stop her!
Huh?
She's the one who took everything!
Who are you? Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us because of her! We were forgotten!
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Then he's my...
Give it time.
I can't stand that doll.
But it's us.
Who did this? Who? Halt! Stop her!
Huh?
She's the one who took everything!
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us because of her! We were forgotten!
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Then he's my...
Give it time.
I can't stand that doll.
But it's us.
Who did this? Who? Halt! Stop her!
Huh?
She's the one Who took everything?
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us because of her! We were forgotten!
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Then he's my...
Give it time.
I can't stand that doll.
But it's us.
Who did this? Who? Halt! Stop her!
Huh?
She's the one who took everything.
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. You guys are watching the MZU Virthli 2026. Back again with the matches now. The matches are definitely getting a bit tense now. It is the knockout stage number 2. So I am curious to see what the teams are up against each other and trying to see what which round they will be moving forward to. Now again, it's gonna be the best of 3 series. I'm Peachy and I'm joined by Debbie today. Hello Debbie, how are you doing?
I'm feeling good, Peachy, because this is always has been a good opening in MZU most of the time, and now another best of 3 series, like you mentioned. I'm
Butterflies
pretty sure
born
that
by
these
thy
teams are going to be
wish,
so excited
guided
to move on,
by
because
lantern's
no
light.
matter how the situation is going to be, there's still going to be one who will get knocked out, so they have to be very mindful of the plans that they are going to make here. So let's see though. Serenity will go against Power of Us, and Serenity onto the first pick. They are bending away the Jushin.
Okay, interesting. Now, this is not what you see every single day. The blue side
Mm.
banning up Azushin. So, but it's okay. It looks like they don't want to have the possibility and not take the gamble. That is also another good thing. But at the same time, what about power of us? What are they going to go for? Now, again, with the rising of marksmen, you tend to put something like a Harriet. I'm really liking that Harriet is also coming back to the meta, but at the same moment, the fighters also, they are still very prevalent.
That's what it's like a 50-50 situation now. You wanna play a fighter into the goal lane and then have a completely different set of heroes onto the other lanes and then go
Welcome
for the
to my
marksman and go for a bit of
castle,
setup
my
into the jungle most of the time. And I
I've
think
been
this is a
waiting for
very
too
balanced
long.
one that we have had so far. So talking about marksman, the carry is always going to be banned away. One of the best marksmen here, I think it's more prioritized than Claude in this situation. It's always a good first pick too, even against Freya. So very understandable that Serenity banned away because they are into the first pick, so they can put the Freya ban into the hands of Power of Us. Because if they don't ban it, they can actually pick it because they took away the direct hero that can lean against the Freya now. So Power of Us, they ban away the Minotaur though.
Oh, okay. Okay, looks like they are just eliminating a bit of a crowd control, which is again a very good thing. You pick out the crowd control, you could go for a single man pick off also. If you try to
Mm.
go towards that, but there are a bit of a limitation when you pick such heroes. You know, when I'm talking about the single man pickup, you talk about the Chow, you have the Kaja as well. With the Grog band, Minotaur band, and possibly the next might be Kalea. I feel like the Kaja
Ah.
might be
See
coming
value
in.
in me?
In
You
this
should.
situation, I would say the pick of heroes has been so much of an importance now, and that's why you usually want to ban away the heroes like the Minotaur that can usually do against the pick off because of the cancellation that he has and the disengage tool and the healing as well. And I think this is also one of the most important part that you want to take on when you want to ban that Minotaur. So I think they completely remove out another Roma here too. Like you said, Gaza is a very
My
good option.
kiss
But if they
grants
remove
you
the Gaza here,
immortality
Freya might
or
come to
death.
okay, never mind. They banned away the Alice though. I've never seen the Alice banned into the first place, but I wouldn't mind. But pity. Freya and Yushin is completely open.
I feel like Serenity are trying to go for the Vice's first pick, or
Valor and
maybe the
royalty in a
Freya
dead
first pick.
body.
Oh
Najan tu
no!
itu
Oh,
edi. Nala
they are
masih
not.
je.
Okay, this is interesting. But the Freya is still open. I would love to see a Freya. Like I love how her damage just spikes up and up. There is no down for her, so that's gonna work very well. But Power of Us are much more interested in those counters now. Mencitar as their roam. It's gonna be a little tough, but
Hmm.
once they go like a 5v5, absolute 5v5, it's gonna get easier.
I don't know the concept of a Mincetar being so important here because it's usually a very, very squishy hero. Even though you are ahead unto the god, you can have a good heal, but you need a
The
very, very good
southern
setup for
seas are
yourself
my
first
domain.
before you became that setter here. So I think Power of Us are trying to go for the comfort very early on. No Freya pick though, but the Kadita is still gonna be the pick for Power of Us here. Now the Leomord kind of makes sense now because he have a hybrid defense when he have this alt form, and then you usually can't be getting burst upon by the Kadita into the early stages of the game. So to enable this Leomord, they need a big AOA mage into the mid lane side here.
Definitely. So I think they might go for something such as the Lunox here. Could be such a staple
Crowned
pick
by
in the
heaven's
hands of
mandate,
Serenity, but
my
now it's
legacy
gonna
shall
be a bit of a
endure.
team fight. Looks like it's gonna be the
Okay.
Sora as well as Satan. If they synergize very well, the team fight is gonna look so good. But I do want to
Uh,
see how Power of Us will be trying to interrupt, given the fact that they do have those kind of heroes.
Yeah, that's one. It's the thing about the Kadita and the Z10 combination. I mean, interaction is that even though you do have the first skill to try to dive in, the passive of the Z10 can actually knock you back onto that. So you do have a second life before. I mean, you are not that vulnerable to the counter ganks that the Kadita will be giving on to the Z10 here because of the passive that they have at least for 2 minutes. So they have to be very mindful of that
I
too.
am a
But I
daughter
really
of
like the
Northern
Sora pick
Vale.
here.
I
This is gonna
swear
be a
to
good setup.
protect
And
it till my
Power Up Us,
last
finally,
breath.
they are gonna be the one picking away that Freya. And I'm afraid Serenity doesn't have that direct counter that they can pick against this Freya now.
Oh, Freya being open, also taken. Now that's going to be a bit interesting into the hands of Team Far of Us. I think they were like looking forward for that pick, given the fact that
Mm,
it was open right from the start. But let's see what we will be looking forward to. There's a Zayton as well now against
yeah.
a Freya. Like when you have the passive, you're gonna be safe, but at the same moment, you need to be playing very, very, very carefully. So let's see if the team members can get it on or not. But back again towards the banning phase, we will be looking at some more, possibly a lot of tanks. But at the same moment, what about those assassins? Power of us not have not picked up their jungle.
Yeah, the jungles are still hasn't been picked away. I think even if they wanna
The
play
Immortal One chose
the
me to
Guinevere here,
vanquish
it
the
will be fine. But
shadows that
another roam
plague this
ban,
world.
I would never be expecting to see a Kufa to be banned away here. But I think they just wanted to another assassin to come to onto their hands and maybe try to play well against the Freya too, so that they will be able to enable the Freya as much as possible. Because that's also one of the most the main reason why you picked away that hero too. So now I think they are gonna be lessening the amount of jungles here. Suyo, a very great ban against Leomord here.
Definitely a great band. So let's wait and watch. I think they are trying to get off all those, assassins as well as a bit of heroes that has the snowball potential. So that is really looking good. But at the same moment, oh wait a minute, what is Team
Okay.
Power us all? All the tanks getting banned. Alice exception, but crazy though. I have not seen that.
I've never expected that. I mean, like the Tigreal ban. You know, you usually don't ban out the Tigreal. It's on special occasions. So I think Serenity does have a very, very important rumor here to their side because the amount of
Fight! Fight for the
roam bans
ultimate
coming through
answer.
into the hands of Power of Us is definitely up to the big power out there. But Hilda ban is what they wanted to go for here for Serenity. So that's another roam ban. They're gonna be lifting themselves, and still I would say that the main star can be the roam or even an XP, so that can become a flex. So now what do they pick here? Do they want the Guinevere or maybe put the Valentina against the Sora?
Valentina. That could also be one of a very good pick, but I feel like they will be lacking a bit onto their HP unless they pick something
Mm.
really aggressive. They do need that. Like team fight wise, they are trying to get it on, but the problem arises if you like. You do need a good EXP laner. Now that there is Sora, they need a bit of a team fight as well. So going with that,
Mm.
you are looking at a Kotokasa. Now that is a good pick, but too much damage is also not good.
Yeah, that's what we want to do here. I mean, a bit of a damage, a bit of a setter here is what you want to look for when you see a 5-on-5 composition. And I don't really hate the fact that they have this one, but I kind of also think that maybe this is a deny. They wanted to deny the Sora Gatot combination coming through into the hands of Serenity as well, because they have a solid lineup only looking at the 3 picks already too. So I think the
I
Gatots
am
have been the best
vengeance.
creator that they want right now, and the
I am the
Moscow being
power of
picked
light
away as well as
incarnate.
the Kaja. So these are the hero that we were talking about, right, PT? But the Kaza doesn't have a combination that you wanted to go for. But then again, they do have a Zetian who can open up the map, so that can be a very, very great option.
That's true. Let's wait and watch what is it going to be. Now the teams are really going in for the Skada and the Moscow. And the Moscow a bit understandable, but at the same moment, what against a Freya? that's gonna be a bit problematic. I do feel like Freya was just gonna be a bit aggressive against this Moscow and just will be trying to make sure that Moscow won't be getting farmed. But Serenity do have a very good team backups as well as team gameplay. What do you say? The 5v5 composition.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, there we go. Yi Xin Xin is gonna be the last pick. They needed the zero because they don't really have that late game potential that they wanted to drag the game for, because the Freya was gonna be creating havoc into the early phases of the game. But the problem I have now for Power of Us is the Minsita. Of course, they're gonna be kind of stopping everyone from going in and out with the dashes that they have so far. But into the laning phase, the Sora might eventually be able to win it out, and when the XP have a winning lane, they are more, it's more easier for them to try to contest onto those neutral objectives, especially the first turtle, which is definitely going to be more important for the Leo mode rather than for the Yi Shin Shin. So Serenity is going to be having that composition where they want to focus a bit onto the XP lane into the early stages of the game and stop any gank from happening into the gold lane.
Definitely. So let's wait and watch what we will be having as of now. The team composition really looking good from both the sides. I really love how both the sides have gone in for such picks, which can dive in easily, which can come out easily as well. But is just how the team members. It's gonna be best of three series, so we'll have to wait and watch which team will be having that upper hand. As of now, the teams have already proceeded towards their goals and Debbie, let's make some prediction.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be the first blood?
Just because of the main sitar here, I think it's gonna be into the hands of Serenity who gets the first blood, because he's a little a little bit too squishy into the early phases of the game. So we'll never know though. But we do have global number one Goose and onto the Kadita, so I'm pretty sure he will be the one who goes for the ambushes. But right now, so far, we can see that the mid lane is definitely gonna be into the better clearance from the hands of Serenity, because they have a Kaza and a Z10 together. These two are the heroes that usually have a better time into the clearing style if you compare it to the Kadita here as well. So they're gonna be playing onto the safer side. But hey, look at that. Why is Asura on a blue buff?
Oh, was it the enemy?
Did he steal it?
Wait,
Huh?
no way. Yup, he
No.
did. Yup, he did.
Oh
Crazy. Crazy moves coming in from Asura as of now. And look at them all around the map as of now. They're just trying to make sure to get those farms. And I think YSS will be having a bit of a problem.
no. That's what. Oh man, without the blue buff, he's definitely gonna be late for the level 4. Rinkima already onto that level 4 anti-that Lium. He's gonna be available on time top lane.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. 4 members onto 1. We got the first blood. There you go. Team members already are there. And I think they targeted the very right person. Like the Freya, it is much needed.
Yeah, that's what you want to pressurize onto the Freya before it gets to the point that he can snowball. And I think this is exactly what they are going for, because I would like to think that if they weren't able to steal out to that blue buff into the early stages of the game, their rotation could have been completely different. But still, the turtle contest is definitely going to be up. Look at that.
Let's see who's gonna take the turtle. But before that, Shironi will be taken down. On the same note, Asura,
Oh.
my goodness, Misela as well as jumps into that team fight, making sure to get those assists as well as kills into the mid lane. Still alive. What is it going to be?
This is definitely going to be a good sign for Power of us to try to engage so far, because they already lose out a lot into the jungle here. But 1k behind onto the goal, this is going to be still adjustable. But the problem is that Puya onto that Freya will not be having that much of a better time here, because he's going to be a bit low onto the goal. It's a killing spree Freya on top of that. So he's definitely going to be very, very vulnerable to the ganks that he has so far right now. But this is a Moscow we're talking about, right? He doesn't really have the items just yet, so he's not going to be hurting.
Definitely. So let's wait. Let's wait. Oh, global one, number one Gush, and as of now, a bit into jeopardy. Still trying to make sure to get out of the way. You know, it's a Kadita, so it's gonna be a bit easy for her. But what about the top lane this time around? You do see a bit of Moscow getting some action as well. So let's see.
It was kind of like a basic marksman move to see Myrcella doing the SOD just so he can last hit, but divine judgment.
Oh, Kuipia, no way. That is truly, truly brutal as of now. Power of us have really set straight on, how the Freya shouldn't be alive, while
Hmm.
Serenity is just making sure to rotate very quickly. I really love how the team's responding so that this
Yeah.
Moscow will be having an easier time.
That's what they wanted to play for the Moskov, and the Moskov is what they're gonna be playing with too here. They might be able to defend out just a little bit here, but the golden plating has been taken completely a lot by the AOG.
Onto the same note, you see one member that is going to be Asura is going to be so low, taken down into the hands of Global Gus. And with that, I think this is going to be a 1-for-1 total. One into the hands of Serenity, one into the hands of Power of Us. Unless Rinkima goes in
Oh!
and up, he does that magic. He with the Retribution, he takes it away. Shironi will be taken down. Killing spree for Misela. One more kill possible, but okay, looks like it is Rinkima with the double kill. They are trying to go towards the mid lane as quickly as possible, but I think they got another chance at the top lane.
Oh no, Sam will be taken down again. One turtle and a bit of a kills here just made it easier for them to take the War Axe here. And now they will be able to take onto the mid turret too. Now this is definitely gonna be bad for the Kadita here right now. He's onto the genius one, but that's definitely not gonna be enough to burst anyone down because they have anything here but a blue buff though.
Oh, Shirone, he's getting down too much. He's not getting the chance to breathe as well in his own jungle area. Zetian with the ultimate, just making sure, but
Oh.
Global Gus has to pop the rough waves just enough to, go back safely.
It's only 5 minutes onto the game and the mid threat is already gone, which means that there's no way for global number one Gus to even try to go for the ambushes here because the whole point of picking out the Kadita is to try to go for the pick off, but look at that bot lane.
Wait a minute. Look at that.
Oh
Rin
no.
came out with the unstoppable. They're opening up the map. They are trying to create the goal difference. They are opening up the kill difference as well, which is what they want. But YSSO severely underfarmed as of now in front of the Leo mod. What are they going to do now that Team Serenity are trying to go for those turrets?
Turrets are definitely going to be the a winning condition for both of the teams here so far, but the fact that Serenity have a hero that usually fits off on turrets usually isn't helping them in their case as well. But look at that knockup.
Wait a minute, Asura taken down. Shironi will be there, but wait. Sora, though, even though they don't have a tank, Sora can make that fight. He goes in with his dark form, just making sure. But Zatian, his passive will be saving it, but is it going to be another time flickering out of the way? Pico thus gets the orange buff as well. One shot away.
Oh.
Puipia thus gets it. Misela all alone. There is like 3 person on there, and this time around, Serenity did crack under pressure.
Yeah, that's they show a sign of weakness now, and I think this throw would be giving a lot of power to Power of Us because they will be able to get out a bit of a goal lead, a goal into their hands because they were so behind onto the goal lead so far. Even though they were the one taking away the roamer here, they were able to take out onto the mid lane too. Z10 was definitely gonna be a massive nuisance for them, and now they don't really have the spacing just yet, but they still have a bit of a room to play with because now they know that Puipuya onto that Freya is able to dish out the damages without the presence of the crowd control. He's definitely going to be going rampant onto that hero, and they have to wait for that for just a little while.
That is true. That is true. Now, with the limited items how Puya has, they are still able to take down few of the members and the crucial members right there. Now, Serenity has to play around Zatian a bit, making sure that the Zatian is also a bit safe. Same goes for the Moscow as well, has to play it a bit safe. So let's wait and watch what they will be trying to do. The Lord's gonna come up in 40 seconds. Power of Us has to make the decisions as well. They will have to make sure what they will be trying to do because both the team do have equal chances to go into the river area, grab that a lot. Wait a minute, Rinkima already with the Phantom Speed. Oh, AOG
Oh,
dropped in. The mobility is just enough for Serenity to get out of the way. Wanted, still there, will be taken down. That's another kill. Wait a minute. Do you see Sam in the bottom lane? Look at that doing
yeah.
bot work.
That is a main Sita gameplay when you are behind onto the goal and even to the laning phase as well. Because as much as you want the main Sita to become a fighter, he's more of a hero that usually signs well when he have his items here. Like similar to Marksman, he's an attack spec hero too. But look at that flicker.
Sam, though, off flickers away to safety as of now. Asura, on the other hand, tries to get out of the way, but the Serenity is making sure to put their mark that no one from Power of Us will be coming in that river area. Quickly taking down the Lord as well. They will be proceeding how the Lord's gonna come in and how. It's a bit surprising with the first Lord they have not taken down the tier 3s as well, especially from the bottom lane, which is much needed. So how are they going to synchronize the lane?
They are gonna have to just try to use this Lord as a way to take out onto those bottom lanes here. Just try to drone them away. That's still gonna be the way. Because if they try to take at least more of this outer one, oh, never mind. What is Marcella doing?
Wait a minute. Caught out. The taunt was just enough for him. There's a bit of a global stun coming in from the Satian, but Asura thus gets caught on the AOG. He's trying to get away, but no. This YSS does not have enough damage as of now. The ring of punishment it will be there a bit, but shut down for Rinkima.
Oh,
I don't think that was such a good decision to take a fight right after the Lord because Shiro Oni is definitely farming up. Double kill. That's really looking good.
it finally looked good for the side of Power of Us, but then again, they did also lose out to the members. But Zero only, he is finally able to get out all of those damage and get the kills too. Though these kind of shows a sign that the Yisenshin already had the farm that he's required, even though it's actually a little bit too late. They will be able to prioritize on that once Serenity makes a mistake, and I think Misela positioning himself into between the towers, not knowing where the person, where the members of Power of Us has been, it is kind of a risk that you shouldn't be taking, and I think that became a blunder for them for their side as well. And moreover, it was a shutdown kill too. So a Power of a House, a Power of Us now have a bit of a comeback potential. But 6k goalie is definitely not the best so far, especially against Moscow. But they do have ways to try to keep on punishing.
Definitely. So let's see. Misela though has to play it a bit safe onto the same note. Okay. Looks like we will be getting a bit of a pause right here. The teams will be taking a bit of a break. But Debbie, how the teams were moving around, especially the Moscow, I think
Yeah.
Moscow was like in that headspace where he knew that his team is winning, was trying to get it played a bit casually then.
Yeah. In his defense also, I wouldn't have thought that Power of Us would try to defend that bottom lane turret too. It could have been a safer choice to let it go and try to defend out onto the inhibitors instead of the outer turrets. So maybe that is gonna be the excuse for Misaela to go in there because you wouldn't expect them to try to defend that one. But with those kind of races of plays that they have been doing, Power of House definitely made a good trade out there because no matter what the situation is gonna be, if you are behind onto the goal, you can trade out your life to get a kill onto the other side, onto your opponent who have more gold, and that will be more in favor for them. And I think that was a risk that they were taking, and it paid well as well. But yeah, I don't know how long they will be able to hold on to this because Marcela, the later the game goes, the more damage he will be able to accumulate.
Definitely. So let's see what these teams are really going in for. I'm really liking how both the teams, especially Power of Us, they are showing a bit of a comeback potential as well. They are showing that they are also capable with these kind of a picks onto their hands. So let's see what we will be looking forward to. But onto the same note, Renkima is. I feel like the last team fight they were got disbanded very quickly on how things were moving around. Freya is being unstoppable, so that is also proving as a bit of a problem. So let's see.
We'll have to see though. A
Oh,
bit
there
of
you go.
a okay, and finally. Signs of life for both of the teams here. 1-1 is the score for FEAI, which is definitely not going to be a good sign. But thanks for them. They do have a second plan. They can try to play for Zero only right now, even though he has been a bit too behind onto the goal as well as the level, because he's always been consistently 3 levels behind against Rinkima. And that's usually what you don't want to do when you have a Yisun student, especially against the Leomord. You can try to outfarm him as much as possible so that you will not be suffering here. Now, without the space to farm, with Serenity holding all the places on the top buses here, they don't really have that ability to try to risk their life and farm onto the opposite laning here. But good positioning though for part of us. They don't want to let Serenity get those.
Oh, look at that. Marcella in a very jeopardized position as well, but Shironi will be shut down. There you go. Ghibli also
Oh,
looking quite low, but oh my god, that
oh,
three-man lockup was so sweet, but the rough waves wasn't there right on time. Onto the same note, this time, once again, Serenity with the Lord.
they did get the Lord, and I think this could have been avoided if they weren't there to instigate the team fights. Because this time around, Serenity, they cannot really risk losing anyone, and if they did lose it out also, they will be losing out to the Lord as well. But this is very understandable for Serenity though. They wanna go for the fights. Misela already farmed enough, and they also have an engage tool and a disengage tool. That is the Z10, and you really wanna capitalize onto the power of the Z10, the power that the Z10 have. And look at the build onto Misela. He's already gotten the Malefic gun as well, which is gonna be a bit of a range. If he wants to go for a full damage, I wouldn't mind, because no one is able to touch him. Even if he doesn't go for the Wind of Nature tool, he will still have time to go for the farm, to go for the penetrations again and again, because he's gonna be so free onto the hitting with the amount of frontlines that he had right now.
That's true. That's true. Look at that. Lords coming in. They'll have to make sure to get that, Lord out of the way while the team members are trying to clear it out. They do have prayer that they could clear it out very quickly, but at the
Oh,
same time, Asura goes in with the divine judgment. Looks like Sarita will be caught out as well. Asura down. 3 members, 4 members. Let's just make it wanted as well. Is he wanted as of now with the minions coming in? And with how the team's responding. Serenity, is this the end? It looks really close to the end though. Wanted trying to get the minions away. He's surviving on his passive, but not anymore. The crystal will be taken down.
that is the power of an attack speed hero into the marksman lane, and there we go. We have the first game onto the hands of Serenity. Very well done, a very well executed draft as well, because no matter how you are able to draft, if you do not have the ways to execute it, you really aren't able to do so right now. And we kind of mentioned that the Freya usually is able to win out into the lane, but that early game rotation coming to into the hands of Serenity, where they wanted to focus onto the top lane because they were able to steal out onto that blue buff too, was working really well for them. And when you see a Leomord who have a lot of level leads into the early stages of the game, it just means that he's already ready to snowball, and that dude isn't dying anytime soon. And I think he have the most damage into the game too.
Definitely. What a game coming in. What a game coming in. I really loved how, Power of Us did show a bit of a comeback possibility. But then I think the draft was really perfect. Both the sides had equal amount of draft. Both the sides really played well. But the execution, though, I think that's where the teams really has to wait it out. Especially for Team Power of Us. They did a good, amazing job.
Yeah, this is they were, they were kind of locked down. I don't understand why they even went for the main sitar, because if you wanted the main sitar anyway, maybe try to play it into the goal, because you can do it, right? But let's see though how they'll be able to handle onto the
Welcome
second
to
game
my
so far, because Power of
castle,
House
my
will
Butterflies
Power of
born
Us
by
will
thy
not get
wish,
first pick, and Serenity will be
guided
into the
by
second pick, and
lantern's
as already
light.
said in, and same kind of bands that they went for into the first game too. Grok taken away, as well as the
Crowned by
juice.
heaven's mandate, my
Okay,
legacy
okay.
shall
The flame
endure.
resolution was much needed. The global ultimates were pretty annoying. While even heroes such as the Kadita could not do much. So again, such a good bans right there. But the problem will be there when Power of Us are much more interested in banning those tanks. if I'm correct, to the first match.
I've
The
been
band
waiting
were
for
pretty
too
much
long.
called,
I am the power of light incarnate.
Yeah, they were removing out the tank and they forgot to completely remove the most important tank for this current patch. Then it was the Kaza, and they weren't able to do anything about that. But nevertheless, though, we can see now that the Kaza is already taken away. But Serenity, the sticking to the bans onto the carry, they don't want to play the carry. They don't want to let go of the carry. But I would love to think that if they can play the Moskov, you can let go of the carry because they do have a same amount of rains and but one thing for sure is that the carry comes online much earlier than the Moscow, so that's gonna be the only downside for these two heroes.
That's true. That's true. Carry out of the way. Looks like they do want that amount of attack speed that he has. But what about the other heroes? What are we going to look forward for? There's gonna be a bit, I do feel like. But
Mm.
other than that, what is there gonna be a Leomord once again? Serenity. What are they going to
Let
Oh,
them
do?
play the
Because part
hero.
of us, I feel like they
I will
can
be
go
the
for the
truth
Leomord.
this world desperately needs.
I don't really hate the fact that they can always first pick a Leomord. That's why I was also thinking maybe Power of Us could have prioritized onto the Guinevere instead of any other jungle because then again they needed that late game for the Yi Sun Shin. So the draft was kind of cooked there. But
Valor
for
and
Power of
royalty
Us,
in
the
a
Freya is
dead
again
body.
My
open. But oh,
kiss
they want the
grants you
Leomord, so this is gonna be a deny.
immortality.
But
The
at
Immortal One
least Serenity
chose
will
me
be
to
picked up the
vanquish the
least trio as
shadows
well.
that
There we go.
plague
That's a
this
direct
world.
counter for the Leomord now.
Definitely a direct count. I think this is the reason why we did see a Suyu ban onto the last game, and with
Yes.
that Alice as well. Both the teams have done
Mm.
their homework, which is really good. But the second game, both the heroes being open, they will be picked. But what will Power of Us go ahead for now? The Minster did not work out for them. So,
Mm.
what is the other tank that they could go?
Against Suyo on special occasions, you might want to play the Hynos and try to go for a
For
Duenas
honor!
onto the XP side so that there will be an opener. But I think they are not really well played onto the
Hope will find
Hynos,
a way,
because
even
the
when all
Tiger
is
and the
forlorn.
Vexana, the combo is there, but the damage is definitely not gonna be there. There are so many options of maces that's completely left open, man. Why you wanna pick out the
Now
Vexana in
Akai
this
enters the
time?
scene.
She's gonna be so vulnerable.
And a bit of a less damage, though. I feel like Vexana
Yeah.
will be needing to pick up those kills into the early game very quickly just to dominate the late game. And if Serenity picks up the early game, it's gonna be a bit of problematic for the Vexana. But on the good side, they have picked it with
Mm.
a Tigreal. The combo, if
Oh
they
yeah.
could work out very well, is gonna go good. But Serenity, though, they do have a lot of interruptions. You will
Now
be
you lead the
having a
way to the
Alice on
next
your face. You
adventure.
will be having a Kai on your face as well. That is
Yeah.
truly annoying.
They just wanted to rage bait at this point, right? Because they don't want to kill, but they do want to annoy as much as possible, and I am not complaining at all. But when you talk about rage baiting, I think for Serenity they have one of their own. The Akai, it doesn't really die even into the early stages of the game because I don't know what this hero is made of. He have a lot of seal onto his skills too, and the way he's able to play the game into that early stages is definitely something that's
Payback
commendable. And now they
time.
have a very tanky tank here. They cannot really. They can really go for the damage into the XP, into the mid side and the marksman. No need for a bit. No need for those, utility mates. They can go direct damage to combo together with the Akai here. But look at that power of us. They kind of read that well though. They just pick up the. They just ran away the first.
That's true. That's true. It's also a bit of a good hero that we are talking about. Not quite necessary. The Farsa ban is just like it's okay if you don't get
Come
it, you
on,
don't get it.
Dexter. It's our
But at the same
showtime.
moment, yep, the Claude will be there again. I feel like it's not necessary. Last game they tend to put a Freya. They did, and once again the Freya is open. Oh yeah, it is
Mm-hmm.
open.
Yeah. Oh, the Freya still open. I think for Serenity, they banned the Claude so that they will be able to
Everything
lessen
engulfed
down
in
the amount
flames.
of dive for their side. Okay, okay, Valir ban. This is very, very how do we say? It's not really. It's underrated, but Valir is so good against the Leomor. Somehow, somewhere, you're always gonna be getting stunned upon unless the Leomor plays very well and just try to dive into the backlines most of the time. But Serenity here, though, what do they want to play against these kind of combination?
Wait a minute. Is Serenity trying to go in for that Freya? I have a feeling that they do want the Freya for themselves. So
Among the
with the Claude
planes
ban, that
exists
kind
the
of suits,
equilibrium, which I was made
there is a
for.
bit of a Lord Marksman still open. Okay, Eve comes in. That's such a good hero as well. You're talking about how Eve can get that map control against this Vexana. Other than that, yep, I do want to see a Freya game once again. But this time around, the Freya should be on bit on an aggressive side on the turrets and not on the enemy.
That's what I think I would prefer a Freya with a bit of a flicker so that you can go in and out because
Time
most
and
of the time they
tide
still
wait for
come back
no
with
man,
repentance.
nor
Okay,
girl.
Beatrix, so this is definitely gonna be a hero that you do not really see in this kind of combination. You might see when you see a Kalea or even a Kaza, but with the Tigreal, I think it's a very underrated duo, but
Night
it can really
sky
work out.
tells
But against this kind of
all.
composition that Serenity already have, I think it's not really of a good sign. And there we go. Last pick onto the side of power of us will be the Esmeralda against the Elise, kind of a 50-50 situation. You can rotate a bit faster, but the Esmeralda does really, really well against the Eve.
I do agree with you on that, Debbie, but let's see what we will be having. Now the team composition really looks so good on both the sides, especially how there's an Esmeralda as well. Been such a staple right now in the Indian servers. So there's going to be a bit of a problem on how they do want to melt down the Esmeralda. What are they going to pick?
Mm, they don't have that much of an option into the. Okay, Granger was the last one that they could go for. It was either the Granger or something completely different, like maybe the Bruno because the Beatrix already came out, or so that was the thing. But now I think they're gonna be looking at the damage to just burst out the Esmeralda. But Suyon who deals HP base damage can come in handy because alongside with the Elise too. But I don't know. I don't know. Playing the Beatrix against a hero like the Elise who can always dive in is definitely not gonna be the best case scenario for their side. So hmm, I think they for Serenity, if they have that early game execution well, they will be able to win it out.
Definitely. So let's wait and watch if that's going to happen or not. But the team's really ready. This is going to be the team composition. Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready? We will be about to see if the team will be taking the game in a clean sweep or not. Serenity, as of now, will be having a one score into their hands. So if they do win it, they will be qualifying for the next round. On to the same note, uh, the match is definitely going to go interesting.
That's what we are talking about here. So let's head into the Land of Dawn again, ladies and gentlemen. This can be a clean sweep or a game number 3. We'll never know. Only time will tell. But I do not. I have a second thought about the pick onto the Granger. But when the Granger does run into the lane and have the stacks, it's definitely gonna be helpful here. Mid lane though, definitely gonna be win out by Serenity here because of the lineup that they have so far. But good old clearance coming through into the hands of the Vexana as well because that is Puipuiha onto the Vexana. They changed out onto the lanes. Sam is finally onto the goal here. So maybe they will be pulling something off.
Let's see if that's gonna happen or not. But the teams are all ready. First blood. What is it going to be? Akai really, really low as of now. But okay. Pui on
Oh,
mid lane will be taken down. That's the first blood you're talking wanted as well. Looking a bit low, but Shironi though his jungle is getting raided a bit.
I think this is why when you have a Leomord, you don't want to have a losing matchup into the mid lane side. Look at the poke coming through from the Akai as well as Pico. This is definitely going to be a very, very good start of the game for Serenity here right now, because already we got one kill into the hands of Rinkima. He's a jungle anyway, and it is a Suyo too. And the rotation is definitely going to be unstoppable. They are going to be able to rotate faster and much easier. It's gonna be dependent for the side of into the hands of Esmeralda for power of us to try to stop this kind of unwanted rotation that Serenity has been doing.
Definitely onto the top lane. Here we go. Alice already in position. Wanted looks like he will be there to spot out the members. Okay, Asura, I don't like it. He pops out the flicker, trying to go for a defense mode, but Rinkima jumps in. He's still trying to deal damage. Alice as well. Now the team members. Pico also jumps in with the ultimates, just making sure that he is going to be there to give that a bit of a damage that they were lacking. Let's see. There you go. First turtle for the rescue.
First turtle is definitely going to be more important for power of us rather than for Serenity. But none of them are ready to try to go set up for it, and I kind of blame it on the fight they were trying to take onto the top lane side here. It could have been much better for Serenity to try to set up for themselves, because they are the one with the better rotation, they are the one with the better AoE, and they are unable to do so right now because now Puya onto the Vexana is already going to be level 4 here, and Wanted still yet to get out the level 4 too. But then they are the one with the setup, the better setup.
Definitely.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Looks like Ghibli though will be trying to do something right here. But I really love how the team members are a bit flexible. Ghibli interpreting as of now with the same note. Global number Gus will be taken down. Now the teams will have to make sure to get and Serenity have been putting pressure since the minute 1.
Yeah, minute 1. And already 3 kills for Rinkima onto the Suyo here. This picks a big snowball for a Suyo. Sasuke will be unstoppable here, and I think I really like the fact that part of us were the one who set up for the turtle because they have an Esmeralda. But then again, Serenity, they did not even try to go for those setups, but bot lane.
Oh, look at them, Sam in jeopardy as of now once again. The team members though, what are they going to do? Oh, Pico will be taken down. Shironi though gives up his own life for that. I don't think that is such a good decision, but at the same moment they do need kills. They do need farm onto their hands, so they are doing the same. As of now, Sam will be taken down. That's a double kill into the hands of Granger. Granger is on a roll.
Yeah, he's on a roll, and who other is on a roll is gonna be Mr. Rinkima onto the Suyo. He's already 402 onto the score, and it's just 4 minutes on the game. This is a Suyo, and he's gonna be deserving of that spotlight and highlight as well, because you know, I think for Zero, I think trying to get a kill. Oh, never mind, mid lane again.
Oh, Pico though in a bad position once again. Is almost looking quite low. Almost gonna be taken down. Ghibli jumps in with his ultimate just enough, making sure that the team members will be in a bit of an uncomfortable position. Yup, Shironi will be taken down. 3 members are down. Sam as well as global number 1. They would not love to jump into those team fights as of now. What are they going to do? Because 1, they are losing their members. 2, they are gonna lose their turrets as quickly too.
I kind of don't like the fact that they have been free rotating here. There's nobody to stop them from rotating across the places here right now. And even Ghibli is just being readily available because you know the allies come online much later. But look at the setup though.
Look at that, Puya does catch a kill finally, but at the same note, Ghibli into the, you know, very behind. That's not looking looking quite a bit good, but what are they going to do? It's the Alice, the spell that is just there for her.
The more the person is on her passive, the better she will be able to suck the life out of them, and she will not be dying anytime soon. But 1 HP escape coming through from Rinkima is definitely trying to get all the MVP's highlights, man. This guy. Onto the other side though, would like to say that Asuya, who have a full damage, who's already 6 kills onto the board, will be able to kill anyone who's coming in handy. Look at the dive, Sam.
I'm not liking that. I'm not liking that. He has to get away from that turret. He has to give that up. About what are they going to do? Is that the good solution as of now? But on to the same note, the team has to make sure they are getting kills as well.
They are unable to do so here because of the damage that Rinkima already have for himself. But I would say that Beatrix is gonna be very vulnerable to the dive that Serenity have right now. But surprising enough, he's just one that's down. But bot lane is gonna be cleared away by Zero Oni. He had to use out a Phantom State just for that. But I think the top lane will be taken down anyway. So they were trying to lessen out the amount of losses that they will be suffering. But a good rotation coming through from global number one Goose as well, because he was able to rotate onto the mid lane side and try to help out clear out the minions so that they will be not losing any two turrets.
Yeah, but okay, looks like there's a bit of a jump coming in from global number one just to make sure that the turret survives. Now, this game is really going so quick that it just feels like, the Lord's gonna come in, but there's just few minutes still left for that. But oh, there you go. Wanted looks like there's gonna go for a bit of a push. He's not getting the opportunity, but Miss Hela this time around. But Power of Us will be the one who takes away the turtle. They're trying to go back because they know they will be losing that. Miss Hela double kill goes for the triple, but is it going to be a maniac? They could go in, but they'll have to sacrifice a lot just to get Miss Hela the maniac. And with that, they will be deciding not to do that.
Mizoram do have a neck for these goal laners, man. How do they always have these kind of grander players 40 stacks directly when he's out of the lane? And he's already gotten the 300 stacks into the Capriccio as well, and the rapid base is definitely gonna be available into the team fights as much as possible. And now that he have a good stack, he will be definitely ready. The early game was into the hands of the studio, right? Rinkima, I think it's time for Masela to get his chance of highlight.
The flicker heavy spin, that combination was really good, but the back was a tad bit late. But my goodness, the Sam is still alive, which is again a good sign. But the Power of Us, they have to make quick decisions.
I was actually very shocked to see the heavy spin. If it landed, it could have been so good because they were around the vicinity and they could try to, especially from Misaela, he will be able to get a hit onto Sam, and he will be getting the Sky Piece as that as well. But mid lane, a bit of a poking game coming through. Look at that.
Oh, look at them. What are they going to do? This Eve's ultimate is just stopping them. And Quivia will be the first one to take down the Alice. Now that the Alice is not there, it's going to be a bit problem for Serenity. Yep, Asura down as well into the hands of Sam. Rinkima jumps in, but with a lack of damage soakers, he will be getting out. We're trying to get the crumbs, but he's just delaying that.
Yeah, I think it would have been a better idea for Serenity to not try to get the set when they don't have the resources available, because I felt it was a bit too late. Oh, what the pokes coming through into the hands of the Granger Misaela. So ready to try to go in whenever the sets are in, and I think he's already got those damages items, and I presume he might want to go for a Sea Hellbot too. Very good itemization here against the you want to burst out the Esmeralda too. You need to have that anti-heal on point. But now that the Lord is available up for grasses, it's the 10-minute Lord. They will be able to take it very easily, and now they can try to set up for the lanes, at least take the mid outer turret right now.
Definitely. Let's see the Samaran global number one guys will be taken down. That is the Granger for you. Now the Granger is unstoppable with 8 kills already on him.
Oh yeah.
Attacks on that Sky Piercer. My goodness. He is playing it safe as of now. Do you look at his position? He's always there a bit behind Asura. He's always there behind Ghibli, which is again a good side. Asura though looks like wanted. They want to get any kill possible as of now, so they're trying to take down Asura. The Lord's gonna come in. The inhibitors will be in problem.
10 minutes and already a BOD for Rinkima. This is Asuya who's getting all the farm into the early stages of the game, and I think that just says that he's got that snowball on, and the gold is definitely too much for the side of power of us to handle. And now I'm scared. How? Oh, Flicker!
Flicker, this is going to be the Vexana, but I don't think that's going to be working very well given the fact that the team members are really, really behind. But at the same note, Asura will be taken down. These team members, what are they going to do? Double kill for Sam. He's gonna go for more. It's gonna be a bit of a problem for Misela as well, who is dealing a bit of damage. But Ghibli will be there. He wants to continue. Ghibli flickering out, just making sure enough to get out of the way. But no, Misela will be taken down. But before that, he manages to take down the global #1 Gus as well. How much stack did he lose with that amount of, the games?
I think not much of the Skypiercer stack because he died first and then he got the legendary again. So it will not be that. Yeah, it will not be that nerfable. I think he's not gonna be nerfed down just because of that. But I feel like global #1 Gus is already online though because of the builds that he has for Oracle already and the dominance too. If he go for a bit of an antique, I think he will be able to sustain the damage that Misaela has been doing on team and frontline enough for the team so that they will be able to get those damages items onto their hands. And this is where the problem starts, right? The Vexana does not deal any kind of damage, and moreover, she is on the lethal ignition rather than the impure rage too, and that's definitely not gonna be helping them.
Definitely. So let's see what are they going to plot. As of now, the team members are all ready. Serenity though, with 18 kills into their hands, they know they can easily get those advantages in. But I really don't like how Serenity, so not Serenity, but the Ghibli tries to make a play all alone. Like you're an Alice, come on, be with the team.
Yeah. Try to suck out the life when your team is ready and try to stand into that front line when you're needed. And I think Asura has been experimenting a lot with the flicker heavy spins. I hope that he'll be able to land a good one before the game ends here. But now the Lord is up again. It's gonna be so bad for part of us if they have to let go of the Lord, because even if they don't have to let go, they are gonna be forced to let go of this one. But never mind, want to do something?
Oh, the Lord, the retribution doesn't land very well. It's gonna be Misela with the Lord, still takes out 1 kill. Are they gonna go in for more? It is quite possible, but at what cost? Look at them, godlike into the hands of Suyu. You're talking about how the team members will be proceeding forward to take down that turret.
Yep, that was a fast move one there, but a big good and an amazing zone of runes coming through into the hands of Ghibli here, but he was able to chunk out. Oh my goodness, Masera, what is that damage?
My goodness, he's just smashing them down one by one, just making sure they will be having that amount. Okay, they're trying to proceed towards that crystal as quickly as possible. What is it going to be? Shironi trying to make sure to get it all, but it's a maniac. Is this a way to end the game, Grazer? Because they are so close. And that's a savage. There you go. Team Serenity for the win.
Perfect way to end the game with a savage into the hands of Misaela. Even though he's not gonna be getting the MVP because Rinkima just best, who was just too shiny, man. But definitely gonna be a good amount of damage dealt into the hands of the Granger here, ending the game with a savage and a clean sweep. Perfectly well done. There was nothing Power of Us could do into this draft as well, and we could see how much of a problem Akai was, especially against the Thai Grill. He wasn't able to do anything at this point of the time, and the setup were here. 29% damage. Oh my god, it's too sad that he wasn't able to get out the damages here. I mean, to get out the MVP because Rinkima was just too much into the early stages of the game, and this is one of the main problem. When you see Asuyo, your first instinct is to go for a bursty mate, and Vexana wasn't really it. So I hope Power of Us would learn from this draft and even maybe into the execution part.
Definitely. So let's see what are they going to plot ahead for now. The team members though, my goodness, the first match really went in so well. Now it went in a clean sweep. That was a bit
Yeah.
unfortunate. And you know how Team Serenity was playing, they were just making sure to get those domination in. It worked very well. But
Yeah.
what about game number two? We are yet to have game number series number two. So really curious to know, Debbie.
Yeah. I think we will be heading in to the next one again. We have only 2 matches today, right? Two best of threes.
Yep,
So we're
correct.
gonna be going into that after this. So it was a sweep, definitely a good one too. So I hope we get 3 games the next time. But nevertheless, we will be saying our goodbye here for now only because we're gonna be taking a break because the match number 2 will be coming in. Yeah, see you there.
Who did this? Who? Halt! Stop her! She's the one who took everything!
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us because of her! We were forgotten!
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Then he's my...
Give it time.
I can't stand that doll.
But it's us.
Who did this? Who? Halt! Stop her! She's the one who took everything!
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
forgotten!
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Then he's my...
Give it time.
I can't stand that doll.
But it's us.
Who did this? Who? Halt! Stop her! She's the one who took everything!
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us because of her! We were forgotten!
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Then he's my...
Give it time.
I can't stand that doll.
But it's us.
Who did this? Who? Halt! Stop her! She's the one who took everything!
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us. Because of her! We were forgotten!
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Then he's my...
Give it time.
I can't stand that doll.
But it's us.
Who did this? Who? Halt! Stop her!
Huh?
She's the one who took everything!
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us. Because of her! We were forgotten!
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. You guys are watching the MZU Virthli back again with another match. Now, this is going to be another interesting match that you guys will be witnessing forward for. But before that, let me introduce you, Itami. Hello, Itami. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and thank you for the introduction, as well as I would like to welcome all of the viewers once again on to the second BO3 of the night. This is the round of 16, like PG have already mentioned it out. So this is going to be the first match I am casting here onto this tournament. So I feel privileged myself, and I would like to thank the organization for the opportunity as well. So without any further ado, we are already here onto the drafting phase.
Fight!
The
Fight
band
for the
section
ultimate
is
answer.
already here. In my prediction, most probably it should be the regular bands that will be coming up. The meta will be the priority, and whichever hero which will be left out will be the first big priority as well. So I know the meta shift is definitely there, but I think adaptability wise, the teams are yet to have that synergy onto their team fight compositions. Like the heroes, let's say some of the heroes are nerfed.
Butterflies
but some
born by
nerfs
thy
are still
wish,
not enough for them
guided
to,
by
you know,
lantern's
fit them
light.
out of the meta. So it will be depending upon how well the team fight composition goes and how well they are able to adapt with it.
Definitely. So let's see. On to the first match, we had a bit of the first match being how the tanks were prioritized in this match as well. Looks like on to the blue side we have a bit of a tank getting prioritized. That is really looking good, but oppressors going forward with the Zushin. Now the Zushin is one of the heroes that if you're onto the red side you cannot gamble that, so that is really looking good. But what about heroes such as the Leomord? There
I
is
am a
still
daughter of
the
Northern Vale. I swear to protect it till my last
we
breath.
have the Leomord. We do have what other junglers we could go ahead for.
Leomord is there, and as you said, Fanny could also be the option, but an early game, like early pick Fanny, could be just the fact that you're going to be getting counter picks for that. So less probability is there, but Vices
Now
is
you lead the
different,
way
so
to the
Vices
next
is more of a
adventure.
flex right now because of the adjustment he has gotten. The attack speed onto his passive has played a crucial role when it comes to just giving him out onto the gold lane as well. He is playable onto the gold too, and he is a flex pick even onto the jungler. But I mostly see the Vices getting prioritized as a gold laner right now. And Freya, it's
Welcome to my
not
castle,
the fact that the
my
Freya was
friend.
nerfed, but the thing is, her damage is still really massive. So you
My
don't want
tail's
to
been
deal with
itching
that,
for a
and we
real
just
fight.
are going to be putting that Freya onto the ban section. But with that, the banning phase for the first phase is over. Sora as well as the other heroes are still open. Kaelia has been banned out. So first pick priority. Any guesses, PG? What could be it?
First pick priority. I have a feeling we might be able to see something like a Leomord or even a marksman such as the Moscow or even a carry. Because Freya is banned
The
off. You do
southern
pick up a
seas
carry
are
even on the
my
first pick, so that is
domain.
also another good thing. But that's not gonna be it. Looks like we do have the Kadita coming in. Now also this is also another good hero. But the problem arises you do have a lot of heroes that are really good at controlling the map, such as the Eve
The
as
Immortal
well
One
as
chose me to
the
vanquish the shadows that
Farsa.
plague this
Okay,
world.
something like that. Is it a good decision?
Definitely. Like for now, the mid lane has been prioritized for the side of Team Depression, and they decided to went out with the Kadita. Kadita first pick priority. I do agree with the fact that she gets banned out a lot onto the ranked games, but onto the tournaments, at least we are not seeing that much of a Kadita play. But unless you have that kind of a mastery
Sun
onto
rises
that
when I
hero
give
that
the word.
you will be able to carry out as well as execute the hero onto his full potential, then definitely Kadita could also work out onto this unless and until they go out for a perfect utility kind of a draft. And if Kadita is not able to capitalize onto that, then maybe she might be struggling. But Oppressors will be
They call me a
responding with the
hero
Khalid as well as the
because I
Sleo.
saved my nation
Khalid
from falling
has
apart.
definitely been an S tier pick onto the room, in my opinion, because he has that dive-in kind of a composition. He deals the damage with the Raging Sandstorm as well as his first skill. So the heals will also be there, and he doesn't wait out for the itemization when it comes to doing the last hits if the other members are not able to do it. So I think Khalid also here from the side of Team Oppressors is coming up, and the counter picks can definitely come up, but Oasis has been prioritized, like we have already said it out. Leomord is still open, so maybe Oasis is more of a flex. He can be going onto the goal or
True
maybe
love
onto
is
the
like
jungle.
blood.
But okay, they are going with a wombo combo kind of a combination because Carmilla is also something we don't see often.
That is true. That is true. Once a hero was in a meta, but not anymore. But the thing is, I wanted to see a Gatot Kacha along with the Kadita. I feel like these heroes, the Gatot Kacha and the Kadita have such good
Experience
synergy.
the
So I
euphony
feel
of
like that would have
suffering.
been a good choice, but also Carmela no less. But this Carmela needs to go with the Petrify, not the Revitalize. I do want to see that. But other than that, the oppressors, the other side, Granger coming into the gold lane, they have created that they are not going in for that fighters. They want to go in for the pure marksman, which is a good thing. But how will the blue side make sure to get these heroes out of the way, because once Suyu farms up, he does get a snowball, is going to be a problem. The same goes for the Granger.
Let them
Why
play the
again is going
hero.
to be there
I will be the truth this world desperately
making sure that the back lane is
needs.
not having a good time.
Yeah,
Valor and royalty in a dead
Yuzhong
body.
getting banned out as well as the Leo mode is completely justified for the fact that the EXP as well as the jungle position. yet
Come
to be
on,
covered.
Dexter.
But
It's our
Leo
showtime.
mode ban, I think, the jungle position is already covered for the side of Team Oppressors. The Suyo is already there, and there is very less probability that he will be going on onto the EXP. So I would say if they are not aware of it, then it is kind of a waste of a ban, and they could have been banning out other heroes like the mid lane, or maybe the gold lane has already been picked, the mid, or what is it?
Mid lane, I think this should be a bit of a mid lane priority, such as the Farsa getting banned, or possibly the Eve. I think the Eve might be a good
Light me
option,
up
but other
and
than
watch the
that,
world
last-
burn!
Oh,
Interesting.
Xboard EXP. Of course,
Yep.
the EXP as well. Mid lane as well as the EXP. It was for the side of Team Oppressors, which is yet to be locked down. And Depression, of course, they have the vices. So
This land is our
he is more of a
homeland,
flex,
and
like
it will
I have
soon be
already
your
mentioned it
burial
out,
ground.
and Oppressors has decided to go out to lock in with the Lapu Lapu. You just banned out the Yuzhong, and you're securing the Lapu, which is a safer
Night
option
sky
because
tells
on the
all.
laning phase, early game wise, Yuzhong has quite of an advantage compared to him. But the counter pick is the Esmeralda, and Esmeralda, when it comes to the laning phase, does really well against the Lapu Lapu. So he might be having some of a problem, but when it comes out onto the turtle fight, if he's level 4, then he will just be going in with the bravest fighter. So what is Depression going to be locking in as the final pick? Will it
See
be a
value
jungler or
in
a
me?
gold laner? Because Vices,
You
like
should.
I've already said it out, can go on onto the gold lane as well, and there you go. The Fredrin will be the jungler for the side of Team Depression.
Voices as the flex pick is really a bit surprising now that the Indian server has gone past that, and I do want to see how this Voices is going to be faring against the Granger. Other than that, Fredrin coming into the way, that means they will be having to pick up something, and I think the Xborg ban really justifies that. I was surprised to see why the Xborg was banned, not in the meta, not being picked by any of the teams, but you want to pick up the Fredrin, so that is also another good ban. And on top of that, Team Oppressors did establish that there's not going to be a carry.
Yeah, surely. And carry, they have made sure that the carry won't be joining on fight because the Granger has already been locked. So they still have the mid lane position open. A lot of options are still there. They can go out with the Valentina too if you want to copy out the Curse of Blood, and you can be contributing onto the fact. But I think they might be locking in a meta kind of a mage such as the Eve because she is still left out, or maybe they will be relying onto the comfort pick. Farsa could also be a good answer because there is literally no one to target her, and as I've already said, Valentina could have been the option, and there you go. Valentina comes up. You can copy out the Curse of Blood. You can do out the Mountain Shaker as well. You can make the outplays with the copied Kadita's ultimate. That is going to be the Rough Waves, and Fredrin Taunt can also be coming up. So a lot of options are there for you. But the thing with the Valentina pick is the cooldown is definitely going to be high. So you need to be wise with which ultimate you are going to be copying.
Definitely, you need to be wise, and on top of that, the timing also matters for the Valentina. Really good choices from both the sides. I really loved it, but the execution is what I am curious about. Execution is something that how teams will be managing, and that's how we will get to know which team forwards towards the next round. Team composition from both the sides, 10 on 10, I would say. But what about the match? Last game, Itami, it was purely one side domination, and this game, will we be able to see same kind of stats?
Yep, surely. And here we are already onto the Land of Dawn. This is going to be the second match for the night, the second BO3 for the night, and it is Team Depression onto the blue, and they are taking Team the Oppressors onto the right, and they are onto the red. So the rotations are going to be just normal. They will be trying to get the level 4 mark as soon as possible. Okay, interesting enough. That might be one of the IGNs I recognize. Okay, that's the final boss, Seishiro, apparently, onto the Lapu Lapu for the side of Team Oppressors. I do know him, so yeah, of course.
Oh.
Wish you all the best for this match, let's say.
Okay, let's see what is it going to be with the sides already. Now the team though, what are they going to forward with? On to the same note, we are yet to see the first one. I do believe how the teams will be managing it possibly towards that turtle and Popong Kumar already in the enemy's jungle.
He's already invading and he's trying to get the mark as soon as possible, but for the Suyo, it's the level 3. So he has already got that mark, and look at the leaning phase onto the EXP, just trying to get the last hits, and Esmeralda trying to make sure that Lapu will be missing out on the minions. The rotations are still coming up, but the level 4 mark is still not there for both of the junglers. They are still rotating. They are trying to find the perfect initiation for that, and they are taking their time from both of the sides. Even if, the picks are kind of unexpected, but still depression as well. They are not over exaggerating onto any team fights. The turtle will be spawning onto the next 15 seconds.
Definitely, it's going to be interesting to see given the fact that we have not seen any first blood. Now, Zinruk, though, he's getting a bit of jumped up by this Kadita. While on top of that, they'll have to make sure this Catalyst also becomes level 4 quickly and already taking down. But Lumiere, what are they going to do? I think Lumiere has to go back unless he or she does have his passive.
She doesn't has the level 4 mark yet, but there is the copied I am you, and it is yet to be used out. It is the Carmela's Curse of Blood getting copied out. So onto the turtle fight, it could be quite contributing. Both of the sides trying to contest it out, but Seishiro as well as the Esmeralda are yet to jump in onto the team fight as well as started. They have reset it out, and both of the teams are playing it out on a really disciplined way, in my opinion. They could have just brawled it out, but they are waiting for the perfect moment. But there you go, the fight is up.
Oh, the Curse of Blood though, that was such a pretty sight to see. But on top of that, Yu is the one who takes away the turtle. The teams are moving, trying to forward to take down Void. Void will be down. There goes Popongumar as well. But wait a minute. Granger admits that, tries to pick up those crumbs. Unable to do so, he will be trying to go back to his lanes.
Yeah, and just like that, Depression will be winning the first neutral objective. That is going to be the turtle. They got 2-for-1 trade. So still a win-win kind of a situation for them, and that was a kill onto the jungler. So definitely worth it, but still they will be trying to extend their lead as well from their side. The Granger did try to rotate it out, but unfortunately for the side of Team Oppressors, the initiation, or let's say the last hit, was still not enough. They're not overextending onto any team fights, and the YSS, of course, he will be trying to clear the lanes as soon as possible. Just goes back. There might be an engage onto the bot. They are not taking any overextended team fight, but there you go, the Khalid might be taken down.
Oh, he gets stunned up. He's there to the front lanes, and it is DU. Now I really like how the blue side is farming up, especially this Frederick. Looks like they want to go in for Catalyst as well. A bit of, they just want to show that we are here at the bottom lane. But other than that, Catalyst does get caught. And there you go, Catalyst down.
The Valentina just gets bursted down just like that, and Lumiere is showing that the Kadita, even if that is a kind of a comfort pick, not much reliant onto the meta, it is still working out onto the early game phases for the side of Team Depression, and they are trying to extend out the lead. The lead is not that massive, regardless of the fact they are still 3 kills ahead, and the turtle will be spawning onto the next few seconds. And I think Depressions will be the one who will be trying to contest out the turtle first. Will Team Operations contest it, or will they make the clutch steal? It will all depend on to the next team fight that will be coming up onto the bot lane.
Let's see the view this time around. Playing it safe. Catalyst, I don't like the position, but gets hunted out, will be taken down. Killing spree for Giyu. Next on the topping block, this Esmeralda, not looking good. Orange Chicken, still trying to make sure go left and right, but double kill will be there on to the top lane. That is Void with the triple. Crazy moves coming in from Void this time around.
Yep, the YSS, gold lane YSS one thing, and giving versus the kills like that is not a good sign for the side of team oppressors. They are losing out onto the objectives as well as they are losing out on team fights. So it is looking very rough for their side. And there's the rough ways as well. Just goes back.
Catalyst once
Catalyst.
again. I don't like the position. Wait a minute. He just gets stunned up. So that means they will be trying to make sure to get as quickly as possible. But Catalyst taken down too many times as of now.
Yeah, and being a mid laner, getting picked off 3 times already onto the 6 minute mark is definitely not a good sign. And that is the one thing with the Valentina. She is like a double-edged sword, and you need to be, really wise on which ultimate you will be copying with. And if you are not able to capitalize with the copy ult, this is what happens. And Valentina, early game wise, she is really squishy too. Not as much as the other mages, but the positioning is being the issue for Catalyst, at least for now. She needs to make sure she gets the ultimate, and she needs to make sure that she waits out for the team to get out the vision instead of just going in like that. There's a fight once again, and just like that, the Khalid gets picked off.
Lumiere with the double kill, with those kills going forward so quickly. Now I really like how the teams are moving it forward, and on top of that, to add on, I think Valentina is one of the majors that her positioning is really required. If you don't have a good position, you're going to be in jeopardy. So this time around, let's see what will oppressors do. They've been losing a bit early game, not into their hand. Mid game also, they are
Uh-oh.
trying to make it out. But wait a minute, till Khalid will be taken down. That is how the Khalid is trying to soak so much damage. Is just going there, but yep, there you go.
Here we
He
go.
will be the one taking down, taken down quite easily.
Yep. And Fredrin might be trying to initiate onto the. Well, there again, the Mountain Shaker does comes up, petrified play onto the backline. Sheishiro is all alone and he might be taken down. Next onto the chopping block, uses the Bravest Fighter as well as the ultimate, and he will just be trying to go back, but the sustain is still not enough. Depression are trying to directly go out for the third turtle. It will be a perfect one if they are able to take it, and without any failure, they are able to do so, losing out the EXP as well as losing out the turtle. Not a good sign, definitely. And the lead will be extending off cam. Once again, Lumiere gets the kill. Orange Chicken gets the trade as well onto the Suyo. It will be a 3 for none.
Oh my goodness, that was pretty expensive from the side of oppressors. Look at them. What are they trying to do? They have been opening up a map a bit, which is really good onto the top lane. But talking about items as of now, so you're right on path. I believe he's going to get his next item under 20 seconds. But other than that, bottom lane, Orange Chicken has to go back.
Just goes back, and for the side of team oppressors, they are not able to find the perfect opening, as well as the Valentina's copied ultimate is not coming around like she expected it to come around. And looks like that will be a shutdown on off cam. That will be the Vices actually getting shut down. It will be a huge bounty. There's the Raging Sandstorm. Once again, the taunt has been coming up. Curse of Blood doesn't connect, and it will be the unstoppable for the Fredrin. Davis Fighter comes up onto the backline. Shishiro tries to goes in, and he will be taken down maybe, but the petrified Orange Chicken gets the kill. 1 for 2, and they have decided to just go back, but the Granger might be trying to find out the trades. It will still not be enough. The damage is still not enough, but they are trying to engage onto that Embracer's Wrath. Monster kill for that Fredrin. Gyu just gets it.
Crazy damage coming in from this Fredrin. I really love how the teams are going in for face to face rather than trying to block their path and try to come in. Lilith with the absolute stunning Curse of Blood. Every single time you see him, he is actually managing to connect it at least 3% or even 2. 2 is the minimum I have seen so far. Okay, they are trying to go for Kumar as of now. He gets his exit path blocked out by the Fredrin and taken down as well. Now the energy of team, the blue side has been high as of now with the kills that they have, with the goal difference that they are making. They will be proceeding towards the Lord as quickly as possible, but before that, Lapu Lapu really has to see his position.
Surely, and for Depression, they are directly going out for the Lord as wasting any time. Being aware of the fact that the jungler is not present for the side of Team Oppressors to be contesting it out, it will be an uncontested Lord for the side of Team Depression, and they might be trying to dive in onto Catalyst once again. He copies out the Curse of Blood, just goes back trying to wait out for the initiation, but the KDA as well as he's not having a good time at all, and looks like they will just be falling back, waiting out for the Lord. They do have the towers for their side, but for how long they will be able to pull up a defense? The Granger is yet to get shut down. Molester God is yet to get the shutdown, so Granger could actually be the hope for the side of Team Oppressors. Again, onto the mid, the Lord is spawning. They are trying to sync up the lanes, and it will depend upon how this team fight is going to be going up, PG.
Definitely Lord's gonna come in. The Oppressors really has to go for a defense mode. Now this is the time. If they lose their inhibitors, it's gonna be quite problematic. Team has been gathered towards their own inhibitors as of now. The Holy Shield will be there to protect them as quickly as possible, and the Lord's not going to do as much as possible. Oh, there you go, the Flicker's great Sandstorm. That is what I was waiting for.
Oh no!
Unfortunately, we'll be taking down. That's double kill for you. Orange Chicken tries to goes in for more. There is the upward stream for this Lapu Lapu, taken down, 3 members down. What will the jungler as well as the manage to do? They have their skills to get out. They did manage to get out, but at what cost? They lost their inhibitor.
Granger as well as the Suyo are the only members in Ponkumar as well as Molester trying to pull up a desperate defense. They do lose out the inhibitor towers as well as 3 of the members. Still, for the side of Team Depression, it is still not enough to actually end out the game. They might as well just wait out for the second Lord to arrive, or maybe they might wait for the side of Team Oppressors to make a commitment so that they are able to capitalize onto it. But look at the invasion coming up from the Esmeralda. The Suyo as well as the Khalid will be forced to go gets a kill, and looks like the Fredrin will be trying to make the engage.
Definitely have to make an engage as of now. You know, they have a lot of HP as well as a lot of damage, talking about the blue side, and they are making use of that. But look at that, into the crystal they go. Orange Chicken, unstoppable. Orange Chicken always been there, trying to make sure to get those members right in front of them.
Curse of Blood.
Curse of Blood will be connected as well, but there you go.
Oh no!
Pull up, trying to make a play, but he makes sure this, Camilla won't be having her immortality. That means Pawan Kumar goes in quickly, thus gets the kill. Orange Chicken thus gets stunned up because of the Raging Sandstorm, but the Granger does not want to commit. They do have a lot of minions coming in.
Yeah, and the fact that they do lose out 2 of their members will be the decision that they won't be over-exaggerating onto the team fight that was coming up onto the crystal. So this time Operations might be trying to contest out of the Lord, but there's the engage. Once again, a Praise's Wrath being used out. The Retribution has been used out by Gio in order to escape, but there's the flicker play, but that won't be enough. YSS will be able to burst it down with the Mountain Shocker. There's a dive from the Esmeralda, able to get the kill onto Seishiro Mikage. He just goes down, and that will be the Lord going out for the side of Team Depression. He doesn't have the Retribution though, but the commitment won't be coming up from the side of Team Oppressors. They lose out both of their frontliners, and it's definitely worth it. Not worth it. Depression able to get the second Lord for their side.
My goodness, they had the game. Oppressors, they had a bit of a hope right there, taking down Gio, but the members who are coming up with the backup from the blue side, it has been
Curse of Blood once again.
very well. But there you go, Catalyst will be taken down once again. On to the same note, you're talking about how the Khalid is once more taking too much damage, but no death so far. Oh, there's a stun coming in for Void, taking out too much turret damage. He has to go back, but immobilization for this Khalid will be resulting to his death. The Lord is coming in. What is it going to be? The crystal is wide open as well, given the fact that there is no inhibitors as of now. There is this Khalid as well as the Lapu Lapu trying their best.
Oh my God.
One by one, taken down. The Cranes are unable to do anything, and this is a win for the blue side.
Yep, and Depression will be taking the game number 1 for the side. You know, in terms of the objectives as well as the connection from the Carmilla and the other members was the reason why they were able to capitalize a lot when it came out, taking out the neutral objectives as well as taking out onto the game. I did doubted the Carmilla pick onto the first. It was kind of early, but at the end of the day, it is the user how he uses out the hero, and the Kadita as well as the Carmilla combination definitely did work out. And I think for this game, the MVP in your prediction, who could it be, PG?
MVP, I think might go into the hands of Gio. He played it
Yeah,
out very well.
I do agree.
The
And
appraisers were really good.
yeah, he was actually one-shotting literally with the taunt was there from him. So in terms of the initiations as well as in terms of the executions, they played it out perfectly. So I actually wouldn't be surprised of the fact if they decide to ban out the Kadita onto the next game. The Valentina was kind of, it was a good pick, but the thing is the utilization of the Valentina was not onto the fullest. So that was one of the reasons why oppressors might have struggled onto this game. They still have the game number 2 onto the side, but that is going to be a do or die for them. Because if you are out, then of course you will be losing out the series, and Depression are already onto the match point. So first pick advantage, I think this time it will be for the side of Team Pressures and Team Depression. Regardless of the fact the picks were kind of questionable, the Esmeralda against the Lapu worked out really well, and the Carmilla, when it comes out onto the Curse of Blood, she did make sure she is actually getting at least 2 or 3 or even more members than.
Definitely, and that is, I think, in my opinion, the Kadita pick, sorry, not the Kadita, the Valentina pick really comes up as a bit of a forced pick. You do tend to pick up these kind of heroes just to counter, and in a way, it really comes out for. So I do want to see that kind of a play into the next game as well, because both the teams really, really good with their skills.
I do agree, and we will be waiting for the second game to as soon as possible. But for that, we will be giving the teams their times to strategize it out onto the second game, what strategies they will be coming with. So if you have just joined the stream, please like, share, and of course subscribe to the channel as well. This will help the channel for the growth, and of course follow the Instagram page, which has been mentioned out onto the description, and make sure you are active. So the tournament as well as the organization will be having the hopes to grow more onto the scene. So that will be it. And for the second game, Peachy, target bans could definitely be there, and let's say the respect bans might also be coming up, but oppressors, okay, will be having the first pick advantage, like I've already said it out, and Depression are having the first, the match point for their side. So any few guesses, like what could be the target bans if it actually happens?
Target bans. I think we will be able to see the Kadita, of course. I do want to see the Carry as well. Carry, Claude, Granger. Granger is also another good hero, but the only problem is with the Granger. The last game he was able to farm up on his own lane, but he wasn't able to farm up as quickly as possible when it comes to the team fight. That was really quite unfortunate. But other than that, let's see what will be the bans be.
And oppressors are taking the time when it comes out to banning out the hero. I think they should be going out for the regular bans as well, or maybe they will be banning out the Kadita. I think the Carmilla, if you are going out for a Carmilla, Valentina was definitely a great answer. But the thing, like I've already mentioned it out, the Carmilla, when it came out against the Valentina, she was not able to capitalize as she was supposed to do it. Thanks to the Kadita as well, she was just diving in, and the Valentina was kind of squishy onto the early phases of the game, and they took full.
My tail's been itching for a real fight.
They are not getting the farm, and looks like the first ban has already been there. It is going to be the Kalea once again on the ban section. So for this,
now you lead the way to the next adventure.
Open, and they have banned out the Sora too. Sora was not banned out previously, right? And they decided to pick out the EXP laners, or maybe it was just banned out. But he has been a pick or a ban priority, regardless of the fact.
Definitely is one of the good heroes into the team fights, which is the red side
They call me a
really
hero
needs.
because
So
I
let's
saved my
see if they
nation
do
from
go
falling
for those kind
apart.
of a heroes or not. Other than that, Sora out of the way, YS is also out of the way. It is really looking good. Now, onto the same note, I do want to see uh, carry coming into the play.
Yep, the carry, the first pick carry might not just be devices this time, not even
Butterfly is born by thy
and
wish.
not giving
Guided.
The Immortal One
devices
chose me
as
to
well. The
vanquish
Guardians on
the
the side of Green
shadows
Jetta
that plague
worked
this
out
world.
well for the side of team operations, but still not good enough to actually win out the game. So they might be relying out for the comfort, or maybe they will not be prioritizing. There are still a lot of options on lane, so the ban priorities are definitely going to kind of same. And Suyo was picked out from the side of Team Oppressors previously, and for this game he has been banned out. So it just means that the Suyo and the YSS will not be showing up.
Welcome
For
to
the
my
series, we will
castle,
be
my
seeing a
friend.
different composition from both of the sides coming up.
Definitely. It's gonna be a bit
Valor and
very
royalty in a
slow, very
dead body.
fast. Who knows how the team's going up forward for. But as of now, we did get the Leo mode pick, which is also another good pick. And on top of that, you do need these kind of picks coming in. So let's wait and watch what we will be looking forward for.
Yeah, absolutely. And Leomord has been the first pick priority for the side of Team. Just this. The jungler, like previously, he was banned out onto the second banning phase, but he has been an S tier jungler, in my opinion, when it comes out taking out the objectives and having out the early game damage. So once he's able to progress it out, then Leomord has been one of the heroes. He only requires
Experience
like
the
3
euphony of
of the damage
suffering.
items, and
My
rest you can go
kiss
with the
grants
hybrid
you
build like Red Wings
immortality
or maybe
or
something else.
death.
But Depression are the ones this time prioritizing out the Granger, not giving Team Operations out the Granger, and they have picked out a really beefy frontliner as well as, let's see, a really beefy initiator. The Alice has been picked out, so good answer from the side of Team Depression already onto the drafting phase.
They do have a good answer, but in a way they do need
Butterfly is
something to
born
win
by thy
out their
wish.
own lanes
My
as
mission
well.
is to
Oh,
protect
okay,
lives.
Tushin is onto the ban section, right?
No
If
picked.
I'm not
Oh wait, okay. Yep, I do see both the sides. It may be a bug, so don't worry,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. What is the closest hero? Is it a Zetian?
Zetian or Eve should be. I think
Yep,
it's a
that.
Zetian or a Eve. Or if
Crowned
it's an
by
Eve,
heaven's
okay,
mandate,
it's a Zetian.
my
There you go.
legacy shall endure.
Okay, Zetian, is also another good hero. Can make sure that you are interrupted during the team fight, and also when the Zetian pulls up her ultimate at the very right moment where you are about to make a play, but you get paused because of the Zetian. That is going to be where the
I am the
enemies
power of
are
light
going to come over.
incarnate.
So, in this kind of a situation, we do see it in the hands of oppressors. They do have
Let
a
them
good
play the
chance of
hero.
winning this game. So
I will
let's
be the
see Kaja
truth
coming
this
into the
world
play as
desperately
the last pick
needs.
before they move into the ban phase. But quickly banning it off, the EXP laners are getting targeted.
Yeah, the EXPs will be the ban priority this time, considering the fact Alice has already been picked, and not Depression, but Operations are the one who are yet to pick out the EXP laner, as well as the gold laner is open. So the side lane positions are still,
I'm
vacant
born
for the
with
side of Team
talent.
Operations. So they will be trying to just ban it out accordingly. But Kaja pick, man, Kaja, is one of the heroes. He has the kidnap kind of a strat. Like, the kidnapping strat comes out with the Kelia as well as the Kaja. Once you get caught out onto the ultimate, if you don't have the Purify, then you're just caught up. And for the Divine Judgment, even if you have a Purify, if you're caught, then you're caught. That's the thing. And in terms of pick off, he does it out really well. So Kaja can work out like wonders, but the thing is, you need to bait out the passive of the Zetian first, and gold laner is yet to be picked. So it can also
I've
be a
been waiting
fighter,
for
but
too
it is
long.
really, really less chance, in my opinion, because if it would have been a gold lane fighter, then they have been prioritizing out the Kemi onto the mid. because that would have been, the main damage source for the side of Team Oppressor. So it does mean against the Granger, we will just be seeing out Marksman. And speaking of Marksman, they will be instantly banning out the carry. Potentially, I think once again Fredrin is open, so there's a slight chance once again Depression might go out with the Fredrin, and they have banned out the.
I think here, if they do play the Fredrin once again, it's gonna work out very well. They don't have a lot of distractions when it comes to that, but as now that the carry is also banned away, it may be really working out well.
I do agree, and the Kimi has been banned, so mid lane as well as the jungler is open for the side of Team Depression. So the Kimi ban is definitely, what do you call it? It is definitely justified. So Kimi would have been the one who could have been giving out snowballs against for the side of Team Oppressors, but for this game, I think against the team there are still options open. Like, oh my god, I completely forgot about the Lilia, and she has been buffed onto this patch. So it is kind of experimental, but I don't doubt it for the side of Team Depression, because before the Kadita was first pick prioritized, they were still able to execute it out quite perfectly. And this time, against a beefy kind of a lineup, especially the Hylos, if he tries to dive in with a glorious pathway, the Lilia has the potential to just burst the Hylos out.
Time and tide wait for no man. Nor
Oh,
girl.
that's true. That's true. Looks like we will be getting a Beatrix. Okay, this is truly new though, because Beatrix is being picked out quite a lot, and against a Granger, that is going to be a bit surprising for me. So let's see what we will be looking forward to. But at the same note,
This land is our homeland,
what do you
and it
think
will soon
about
be our
the
burial
Beatrix
ground.
against a Granger? One thing about Beatrix, we have not been seeing that a lot while the teams are trying to pick it up. I do remember onto the first match as well, we did get a Beatrix game, and unfortunately they did not win it out.
I think the Beatrix here could be more of a comfort pick. And same goes out for the Badang, man. It's not Aroma Badang. It would have been, it would have been not much of a surprise if it was Aroma Badang, but it is an EXP Badang, so the damage source is definitely going to be. Wait a minute. It was the jungler position that was still open, right? So is it the Alice jungle or the
Yeah.
Badang jungle here?
Alice Jungle, it is a long time no see, and the teams are really going forward with that. I really like that, but at the same moment, it is a bit iffy though. It is a bit experimental, as you put it. Is it even possible against the Leo mod?
Yeah, that's one of the main questions here. And against a Leo mod, and Alice, okay, they went out with. Depression went out with a complete comfort of a draft, and oh my god, yep, there we go. That is an Alice jungle, of course, and with an EXP Badang. EXP Badang was already surprising for me, but what's more surprising for me right now is the Alice jungle. After she got the revamp, I haven't seen Alice jungle at least onto the tournament, so this is going to be the first time I will be casting an Alice jungle after she got the revamp completely. She is more of an EXP laner. So what will be the main damage source? It is going to be the Granger, of course, and Alice. She will be doing the initiations, but here we are once again on the Land of Dawn. This is going to be the second game of the best of 3 series. The match point for the side of Team Oppressor, not Oppressor, but Depression. But the question is, will they come up with a comeback? But there's the fight on the Isle. The Revitalize just goes back right on time. It was almost a kill, but the spell gets baited out.
My goodness, they are fighting for the first blood already. It's just 1 minute into the game, really looking strong. But Lumiere has played Slave.
Oh! Both of them use out the flicker, and one uses out to engage, other uses it out to escape. But still, it will be the Lilia able to escape it out. She doesn't have the black shields yet to get the level 4 mark, and The first blood will be yet to be drawn, and both of the mages have already baited out one of the important resource, but I would say a good sidestep coming up from Lumiere quite early. Parangomar, oh my god, that is a vision on that will be the first blood onto the hands of Void and for the side of Team Depression. Oh, Zinark just goes down too. That will be a 2 for none, and the turtle will be spawning. Alice still has the retribution for her, and looks like she won't be wasting any more time. Directly goes out for the turtle.
Oppressors going in for the absolute domination into the early game. This is an absolute switch from the first game. Now, this is really surprising to see, but they do have a chance to take down the Lord as quickly as possible. And yep, it is due with the Lord. But oh, that stun was so beautiful. If there was a clean onto the opponent, I do believe they might have gotten such as amazing savage right early into the game. But it's fine. It's fine. We are yet to see a bit of a chance right there. Who's gonna die? What is going to be the score? Lumiere for the damage as of now.
Yeah, and Depression are able to get the first neutral objective 2 for their side, as well as 2 kill leads already. So the Beatrix has a job to do, and it is Void who got the first kill. So mid laner as well as the gold laner getting the kills is a good sign for the side of Team Depression, because they will be the major carries as well as the major damage dealers for the side of their individual teams. So and Lilith is trying to still engage with the Divine Judgment, trying to find the perfect positioning as well as the perfect target to just use out the Divine Judgment onto the Zetin. Still has a passive. They are trying to contest out for the Lethal Wanderer from both sides, but it will be Team Oppressors able to get it out quite easily. And for now, the goal lead as well as the objective-wise game is still extending for the side of Team Depression. If Oppressors still want to stay onto the match, I believe these will be needing a really good trades for the side.
Definitely, they'll have to make sure to get that absolute damage on. But as of now, it is the red side who has that upper hand. You take the early game, it does get easier for you. So, what is it going to be? Is it going to be how the teams will be trying to make it easy, or how they wanna take it away in a clean sweep or not? Other than that, there you go. Fighter Phantom Steed comes in. Looks like the tanker will be falling down once again. Lilith as well. That's 2 tanks, but at the same moment, Lumiere gets caught down between that. That was quite unfortunate to see, but there you go. The teams are much more focused on that turrets rather than they're going in as quickly as possible.
Absolutely, and for now, the second turtle has already been spawned, but both of the teams, they are taking their time and contest it out and directly just go all in. They are trying to get out the visions, and looks like Team Operations will also try to be the one trying to contest out for this turtle, because they already lose out onto the first neutral objective, and they will try to make sure they will be getting out onto this one, but there might be a potential team fight coming up before that.
Oh, let's see. What about the turtle? Popon Kumar goes in. He's trying to take that, but Gyu is the one who takes away that turtle. Now on the same note, Orange Chicken looking quite low. Might be possible be taken down, but they are moving forward to take towards their enemy's jungle.
Yep, and for the trade, they did got out a trade on to Orange Chicken. So the EXP for the turtle, it is an okayish kind of thing, but the thing is, for the side of Team Operations, they finally got a 1 tower advantage, and the thing is, they have the lead for their side regardless of the fact they did lose turtles. So when a potential team fight comes up, if the Beatrix is able to keep up with the farm, then she will be able to dish out some decent amount of damage. But for now, the Granger is leading out quite massively when it comes out onto the goal lead because of the first kill as well as he has the second. So Void will be trying his best to stacks the Sky Piercer as much as possible. Uses a flicker, just there's the engage.
Oh, there you go. Catalyst also trying to make a play as of now. They are trying to make sure to get it on as quickly as possible. But now it is the Beatrix who goes down into the hands of Alice. They are eyeing for the bottom lane. Catalyst, why did you flicker in the turret? Such not a good decision. And that's Void for you, who takes away the kill.
3 for none, just like that. And that will be once again Team Depression are able to get the lead. And looks like they are trying to dive in onto as well. Kaja doesn't has the Divine Judgment to just drag him out. so he won't be able to get the kill, at least for now, but the damage has definitely been done. And they might be trying to prioritize onto the mid tower as well. Sheishiro uses the bravest fighter, just goes in, but looks like Lemire has having some connectivity issues. She just directly dives in, and that will be a 1 for none. They are still trying to make up the engages, but they will be forced to go back for the side of Team Depression, and they just do.
Quite unfortunate, quite unfortunate. Look at them, they are trying to make a play as quickly as possible. But onto the same note, this is going to be the last turtle that is going to spawn in. Okay, Gyut comes in, but Catalyst this time around does get stopped out. Trying to run away from Lilith as well. Lilith stunned up. Okay, he makes a flicker play, but no, that was a bit of a waste. Now the team's oppressor trying to dominate as well. They are getting the damage from the Leomore, so yep, it's working out well.
Yeah, and the thing is, for the side of Team Oppressors, Sheishiro is the one who has the bounty, and he has the 3 kills onto his team. So, being in EXP, having that kind of a KDA is quite impressive onto its own. But the thing is, onto the later gaming, like later phases, it should be the gold laner who is supposed to be having those kills. And speaking of the gold laner, Void is already on Rampage, and he has a lot of bounty onto his head. So the major objective for the side of Team Oppressors is going to be trying to take down the Granger as soon as possible.
Okay, so far
Oh,
so
Fury of the
good.
Phoenix!
There you go, the stoppage will be there to take down the high loss. Next on this will be the Lapu Lapu as well. One by one, team members of the red side are also falling down, but they just made it 2 for 1. The team members are making sure to get that damage, but you know, Lilith though, since he is a one-man pickup, he is finding it a bit difficult. So rather than that, they are much reliant on Orange Chicken.
Surely, and for the side of Team Depression, they still have the lead for this, and the tower advantage is also there. But the thing is, like I've already said it out, Void is already onto a rampage, and he has the highest gold for both of the sides. So it will be a tough task for the side of Team Operations to actually take Void down, and if they are able to do so quite early, then that would be more advantageous for the side. But the Lord will be spawning on to the next few seconds. Which team it will be who will be contesting out the Lord first? Looks like it is Team Depression who will be trying to prioritize it out as soon as possible. But there's the fight coming up onto the mid.
Fury of Phoenix connecting so well that Lilith will be taken down. Next on the chopping block would be the Lapu Lapu as well. But onto the same note, the one who was taking it, the damage, the tanker, the roamer will be taken down as well. My goodness, the damage though. They just made it 2 for 1 while the red side has to go in for a defense. But Catalyst though did make a flicker play just enough in time.
Yeah, the Lilia, when it comes out onto the poking, Lumiere is doing a fantastic job. Fantastic up to the point that the flicker was baited out from Caitlyn, regardless of the fact that she was one who engaged the Fury of the Phoenix so perfectly, and they were able to get the double for the Beatrix. So that is a good sign onto its own, because both of the teams, their main carry is going to be the goal laner.
Oh no.
Both of them do have the trades for their side. Alice will be missing out the ultimate, but there's the engage. Divine Judgment comes up. Oh, Fury of the Phoenix once again.
Yep. Fury of the Phoenix really connecting it very well, but Alice, look at that, taking up too much damage. The Beatrix is not able to do anything, but yep, there's going to be a shutdown with the Nibiru. But at the same moment, Void though, he's playing it so safe, and surprisingly enough, this time Hylos did not fall down.
Yeah, and this time he did survive it out, but he has already fallen 5 times. But still, it is a Roma. You are supposed to do your job, and you are doing your job quite perfectly. So the Lord is starting to get contested from the side of Team Oppressors. Will Depression actually pull up with a clutch? But they don't have the jungler yet onto the scene. But this time Alice might be joining in. Popon Kumar is the one able to contest it out and take the Lord for the side of Team Oppressors. Huge major objective finally goes out for the side. Beatrix is also able to get the Wind of Nature, so that will be improving her survivability skills more onto the next upcoming team fights.
Definitely. So let's wait and watch what are they trying to go for. Void this time around is unable to deal that kind of a damage in contrast to this Beatrix. So they will be trying to make sure to get it on. But oh, Zetian though did get one. There you go. And team the red really has to go back as of now.
They are trying to retreat it out, and looks like team oppressors are having the upper hand, at least one as much towers as possible. But Caitlyn is all alone. Oh no, that was not a good sign. Just for the tower you did cost out your life. Is it actually worth it? It will be showing up on to the next few seconds coming up, because the minions are still spawning from the mid side, and maybe the Granger, Void, as well as Lilith might be trying to pull up the desperate defense, but there's the engage. Void gets just shut down finally, and looks like oppressors are locked, and Seishiro is all alone trying to go in. Uses a previous fighter, tries to buy some time, and he's able to do so. He does fall off, but a huge shutdown onto the Void.
There you go. This time around, oppressors are really up for a good comeback. They have been putting that amount of pressure as quickly as possible, and they are trying to play it out as they do intend to. But now comes the real test when the Lord's gonna come in under there is a bit of a time for the Lord, but that's going to be the real test for them, because they'll have to make sure that the Lord is coming onto their side. On top of that, they do need to stay in the tournament as well. What is it going to be? Gyu still there, and Gyu being Gyu, you're a fighter tanker, jungler, I mean, so that's gonna be a bit easy. But the Fury of Phoenix really connected very well. Lilia trying to get out of the way, thus managed to get it out, but it is Zinkaro who will be falling down first. There's a lot of flicker being used up from the side of team red.
Yeah, 3 flickers just getting baited out from the side of Team Depression. So it is a good sign for the side of Versus, because the Lord will be spawning onto the next 30 seconds, and the escape skill is definitely gone for the side of Team Depression. So if they decide to dive in, then maybe they will be able to get the trades as well. But the thing with the Alice jungle is, in terms of sustainability, it is definitely working out. But in terms of the extended team fights, if Void as well as Lumiere gets caught down, then they are falling off when it comes out onto that.
Definitely. Let's wait and watch.
Uh
Okay,
oh.
wait a minute. Lilith's still there, trying to come up with a bit of
Lotus
a
pathway.
yep,
Oh,
Lyric pathway as well. But Lilith though, he's trying to get away. Gyu will be taken down. This Beatrix is definitely a red light out of them for them now. Lilith taken down. This time around, double kill for this Beatrix. Now trying to go in for more, but before that, the Lord been up, so they know the Lord is a priority.
yeah, and they took down the jungler as the priority, and it definitely paid off, because this is going to be the second Lord for the side of Team Oppressors. Depression only have the inhibitor towers remaining side, so the defense is definitely going to be tough compared to before. The lane sinking is up to the point, then might as well Team Oppressors might be able to seal the deal, but it all depends upon how well Team Depression are able to defend this one, because they do have the Lilia, they do have the Granger, the damage there, but Gyu is the one who should be engaging. He is doing it, but when it comes out onto the extended team fights, because of the Fury of the Phoenix, they are kind of falling off onto those team fights.
Definitely. So let's see. Gyu this time around unable to tank down so much, and he has to really play it safe. Really has to he is trying to mark down the Beatrix as quickly as possible, because the other team members are not. And okay, Fury of the Phoenix coming in, given the fact that Popong Kumar pops up his Phantom Steed just enough to tease them. Oh, the Lord's gonna come in. There's no Holy Crystal this time around. They will be having to focus their shift towards that Lord as of now.
And for some reason, yeah, of course, Team Depression are able to. And the lane sinking might not have been it for the side of Team Operations. They could have been doing out better. This is going to be the second wave of minions, and they are still able to defend it out. So I think when it comes out onto the extended team fight, unless and until the Zetian has the Fury of the Phoenix, capital farm fights, and look at the farm difference. Granger is still the one who has the higher gold, but it's already the lead phase of the game, and most of the itemizations are already done. So in terms of the items, there's the fight once again.
Oh, look at that! Looks like it is Void who picks up the 2 items at one slot, but still will be taken up before that catalyst will be down as well. The immortality really paid it home, but
Yoshiro all alone.
Mikage, he does cast its ultimate, but still survives that. Now this time around, oppressors are fighting it in. They know they can take the inhibitor, so they want to make sure to go as quickly as possible. As of now, look at them trying to go towards the crystal as well. It is Mikage who will be taken down, who was taking the max turret damage, but Sinkaro, he's next on the block. Or is it going to be Papang Kumar next, given the fact that they have to end this as quickly as possible?
Oh, the Beatrix will be falling off. Kumar does the job, and Team Oppressors will be able to extend the series onto the game number 3. Quite a comeback, to be honest, compared to the first. And what a performance from both of the sides, but still, it is Team Oppressors actually who are able to pull up with a comeback, and they will be the ones who will be extending it onto the game number 3. So, the tables have definitely turned. So, the third game is going to be more interesting than this. And of course, Molester God was the one who had the highest farm, and he is the one who is able to get the MVP too. So, quick thoughts, Peachy. I guess the Fury of the Phoenix did a really good job when it came out onto the engagement for the side of Team Professor.
Definitely, they did make sure to, capitalize what they were lacking into the last game. I really loved how they did make sure to, keep the Beatrix safe, get the Beatrix farmed, and against the Granger as well. We have not seen a good amount of Beatrix coming up, and on top of that, it was, I think, only the Alice who were only going for that Beatrix, but other than that, I have not seen anyone going in for the Beatrix, so that was a little bummer from the other side.
Yeah, I do agree. And the thing is, for the engagements, Alice was definitely doing it, but Kaja was also working out. But when the game went out extended and the Beatrix had the farm, they were kind of falling off onto that. And the major damage source, let's say, for the side of Team Oppressors was not just the Beatrix, but the Leo mod was also there, and the Zetian, of course, with the Fury of the Phoenix. Right when she decides for the engages, she is able to do so. And Mikage with the dives, he was able to mark onto the backline as much as possible. So that made possible for the side of Team Oppressors actually extend it out onto the third game. So this is going to be the final game for the night, as well as the final game for this best of 3 series. This time, Depression are having first pick advantage. Will they actually go out comfort picks once again, like the Kadita Carmela combo, like it happened?
My mission is to protect lives.
They call me a hero because I saved my nation from falling apart.
Vices has been banned. Both of the heroes did showed up on the previous 2 series, but for this game, both of them are banned out. Team are aware of the fact that what's troubling them, they are just going to be banning them.
Let's see. Now that the teams are already Hylos out of the way. Hylos was a bit problematic though, but I did not took him as a bit of a problem, given the fact that he was taking up too much damage. Maybe the taking up too much damage was the problem right there. So they were just don't want that into the next. Other than that, I do want to see the Zetian getting banned.
Crowned by heaven's mandate, my legacy shall endure.
It was such a needed ban on the last game.
Definitely, and Zetian as well as the one who were doing the main engagement for the side of Team Depression. So Depression actually got the depression maybe from that, and they just don't want to be.
Now you lead the way to the next adventure.
Instead of the, let's say, the regular kind of bans, they are respecting each other, and they are going with the bans which have been quite a nuisance before on the series. Like the YSS was banned out onto the, let's say, what do you call it? Onto the first game, YSS was picked, but the KDA was not still not that good enough, but he was still able to capitalize and get the job done onto the game number. But onto the second as well as on the third, he has been banned, and Team Depression might just be going out another regular kind of a ban, or maybe they will be respecting the meta heroes. They
Leo
will not
mod.
be leaving them out. So we will see what's gonna happen. And depression are actually time.
See
Yeah, this
value in
time I do
me?
want to see the Leo mod getting banned.
You should.
But
Butterflies
okay, they
born
do
by thy
wanna
wish,
see Gyu not
guided
onto that
by
hero.
lantern's
Xavian,
light.
understandable. Zushin, understandable. You do want to see these kind of heroes getting banned, and you do get it. What about the blue side? Now, once again, the blue side are onto the blue side, so what will they try to pick up? Will they be going for a comfort hero?
That could actually be the case because Team Depression, they are showing up a playstyle that even if you are not coming up with a meta-reliant hero, it's all onto the execution, and you are just picks which you are most comfortable with, and it is going out for your favor. So I think Depression this time around might just lock out a comfort, or maybe this time they will say, nah, we will not be just comforting with the comfort. We
Welcome
will
to
be
my
taking the risk,
castle,
and we will
my
prioritize the meta
friend.
heroes. And speaking of meta, the Wall Boy was banned out onto the previous game, and for this game, it is open. The Brock is open, and he is going to be quite of a nuisance. Even if you one good tech charge, one good wall can actually, crumble down the entire scenario of the match.
Let them play the hero. I will be the truth
And
this
oppressors
world
will
desperately needs.
still have the 2-pick advantage for their side. And
Fight!
what they are
Fight for
actually
the
going to be
ultimate
responding with, once
answer.
again, will they going for the Lapu Lapu or something else?
Let them
But
play the
maybe
hero.
locking out the
I will
Hilda
be the
is
truth
quite
this
of a
world
answer,
desperately
because
needs.
you are going up against a Grok. Hilda is a really good answer, and if you have the dangerous grass map onto your advantage, that is when Hilda is able to shine up the most. So Mikage this time will be having different pick. Onto the previous
I've
two
been
games,
waiting
he
for too long.
prioritized out
The
the Lapu
Immortal One
Lapu,
chose
but
me
this
to
time it is going
vanquish
to
the
be
shadows
Black
that
Dragon.
plague
And
this world.
Peachy was, mentioning out the carry so many times, and there you go, Peachy. We have the carry for the side of Team Depression.
Yeah. Finally a carry gameplay, but at what cost though? There's a bit of a tankiness onto the sides of oppressors, so they will be having to mark out Void as quickly as possible.
I'm born
With
with
the
talent.
selection of Black Dragon and with the selection of the Hilda, it is quite possible, but it's going to be a bit of a problem if they are not the ones who are getting that early game, because early game really sets out the tone. The early game is something that the team needs to prioritize. Oh, so let's see if they do it or not. Suyu, very well. We do get the Guinevere jungle as well. Both the teams, I think they got a wind of each other that they just want to be on the same plane. But banning section, what we will be looking forward for.
Yeah, and Guinevere has been prioritized. So yeah, definitely a Guinevere jungle, but the Leo mode is still open, so they might just be banning out the Leo mode, or
My kiss
they will
grants
just be
you
prioritizing.
immortality or
Interesting enough,
death.
they don't want to deal out with the Alice from the side of Team Depression, because the EXP position is still open regardless
Experience
of the
the
fact that
euphony of
Alice was put in
suffering.
the jungle previously, and the Granger has been. On to the previous two games, the Granger was picked from either of the sides, and I guess it was Void who had the title on the Granger. So you don't want to just use out the Granger as well, and instead you don't want to give out the Granger too. And one thing was the Beatrix was kind of unexpected. It was more of a comfort, but the comfort also worked out really well for the side of Team Oppressors once they got the farm. So Depression still
Night
has
sky tells
one ban
all.
left for their side. Oppressors will be completing out the second manning phase with the Esmeralda ban, finally the nail onto the coffin, because Esmeralda was also prioritized out previously, and maybe they will be trying to go out with a hero which will be requiring much more of a shield. And Depression, on the other hand, what they could potentially come up with a ban PG. A lot of options are still there actually.
Definitely, we do have to see a lot of options which are still open. Okay, so far the bands are really looking good. You do wanted to see these kind of
Time and
heroes
tide
getting
wait for no man,
prioritized.
nor
But
girl.
okay, there you go. Looks like it is going to be one of the heroes that really carried the last game, and that is going to be the Beatrix. Onto the marksman, I do feel like the Freya is open, so Freya might be prioritized.
It could be the priority, but I think FEAI has been open
The southern
on
seas are my domain.
Respect pick a ban coming up from the side of Team Depression 2, but they will be trading out the Kadita instead. That is something I actually didn't expect from the side of Team Oppressors coming up. Maybe they do have, one of the users like, if you are going to be prioritizing out a Kadita, we won't be wasting our time as well. We will show you our Kadita too. So Catalyst will be the one picking out the Kadita. And Depression still has 2 picks remaining from the side, the EXP as well as the mid lane position still open. They still have some options for their side. So what could it potentially be, PG?
You are fencing across.
Among the planes exists the equilibrium,
Oh my god, no.
which I was made for.
The big guns are here. It is going to be the combination of the glue as well as the E is such a, it is actually a good combo. But the thing is, glue is truly gonna be annoying. You have to make sure that you are getting away from the glue as quickly as possible. But at the same moment, okay, we are getting the pics of a Moscow. I wasn't expecting a Moscow though, because it's gonna be quite squishy. But against a carry, it is a very good hero.
Definitely. And for for the side of Team Oppressors, it was more of effort, let's say, because previously as well, it was a Beatrix unexpectedly getting picked out, and the Moskov has been actually more onto the tournament because MPL PH2, it was Severo who picked out the Moskov, and it, even if they didn't win out the match, it was kind of showing that the Moskov will still be a priority at least onto this patch because of the marksman emblem adjustment. So Moskov might be the one of the heroes that found the advantage when it comes out onto the buff, so they are trying to capitalize onto it, or maybe it is just a comfort hero as Moskov gets his items as well as the farm, then he will be able to contribute a lot on guys. But without any further ado, here we are back onto the land of Dawn. This is going to be the final game for the night. Depressions again, Team Oppressors. The BO3, the final game number 3. Oppressors came up with a comeback, but will this be a reverse sweep or will it not? For this, stay tuned with the action.
Yep, let's see. Into the land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you. This is going to be an interesting match, definitely, given the fact that we have been seeing a lot of clean sweeps, but this game is definitely going to be different. Other than that, do sit back, do enjoy, do like and subscribe as well. So we will be looking who's gonna be the first blood. Oh, okay, Petrify combo coming in, but Orange Chicken, though, wait a minute, it was Mikage who did not follow up at the right moment.
Yeah, and Petrify was also there, but still, it was actually still not enough to get the kill, and the follow-up was not up to the point. So Depression will be able to buy some time for the side, trying to get the level 4 mark as soon as possible. Is it a dangerous crash map actually, or is it the broken walls? I think it's the broken walls. Yep. It's actually the broken walls because of that, the Hilda will be having some of an advantage. But still, it is not as great as the dangerous crash, but against a Grok, Hilda works out perfectly. So in terms of the initiation, they will not be lacking it out. And looks like onto the next few seconds, the turtle will be spawning up. Popom Kumar is trying to find a trade onto the Void, but Void will just be aware of the fact that Guinevere was still there, and he will just go back. And there you go, the turtle will be spawning up in the next few seconds.
Definitely. So let's see who's gonna take the first turtle as well as the first blood as well, because Gyu looking for contender for the first blood, and the Petrify combo from the usual will be running. Second blood will be Orange Chicken. So that's good. Well, that was definitely aggressive, and Oppressors looking for the early game.
Popom Kumar as well as Mikage gets the kill, and they will be able to find the uncontested turtles for their side, and this will be Team Oppressors actually able to get the early game advantage for the side. Something actually different compared to the rest of the 2 games.
That's true. That's true. Look at them. They are trying to migrate towards the top lane as quickly as possible. They know they have to get this Moscow farm, but the same goes for this carry as well. Okay, Catalyst onto the top lane.
He was trying to dive in, but fortunately it didn't thus happen. Hilda is trying to make as much pokes as possible. And oppressors, they do have the lead for. So it's only, even if it's only 1k, I think they will be trying to extend it out as much as possible. There is the spatial migration. The Purify will be cancelled out. Xenark was just there, uses the ultimate from the Hilda and able to get the kill. Even if it is the Hilda getting the kill, but the job is done, the mid laner just goes down.
Yeah, Lumiere unfortunately was the one taken down, but at the same mode, look at them. Look at them. What are they trying to go to at the top lane?
Molester God is forced to go back because of the low HP. Still doesn't has the. There's the rough waves coming up as well as the petrify combo, but that was a complete dive and shouldn't have done that. Grok had his tectonic charge, and just like that, because of the overextension, you will be losing out 2 of your members.
Oh, that's quite unfortunate. But the blue side are also making their comeback. They want to make sure to get the Suyu farmed up as well. Carry though, 101, really looking good. And let's see what they will be trying to do. Other than that, I think bottom lane is going to be quite obvious who's going to win up the lane. But my goodness, the aggressiveness is what I'm here for. I really loving how oppressors are playing it out. But at the same moment, they'll have to take down objectives onto their hands as too. Oh, one moment. There you go. Gio will be taken down. Black Dragon form coming in from Orange Chicken. He is looking quite low, unable to do anything. The ultimate from the Rock was not on point given the fact that there was no people coming in, but Lumiere being Lumiere, unable to do anything on that Eve. There is a bit of a map control, but other than that, I don't see anything much coming in. Okay, it's gonna be a bit of a slow game. The team members will be trying to make sure to save up their turrets, because top lane it is quite possible. Oh, Zintaro though, he goes in for Void. Void taking too much damage. Catalyst jumps in. Oh, no way. No way. Roughface along with the Petrify and the passive will be there. Now onto the same note, the team members are trying to make sure to get the turret, but unfortunately the turret will be going down. Oppressors with the aggressiveness, really loving it. But wait a minute. You have to go back onto the mid lane. The pressure is on. So what will they be doing now? You would be having to make sure that the other lanes are quite open as well, so you could go there, but the teams are not opting that as of now. The junglers will have to quickly jungle it out. We'll have to make sure to they are getting it, but oh no, Patrick the Star not looking good, will be going down into the hands of the jungler. This time around, it is the team oppressors with that early game advantage. They were lacking this into the game number 1, but into the game number 3, they are up with that kind of a gameplay. They are really want to be here at the MZU Virthli 2026. Oh no, Void though, there's a bit of a flicker. Did the Moscow expect that? Moscow will be taken down. That is due for you, but onto the top lane as well. He's trying to go back. Void is there. Catalyst. Oh, not liking that. Too much focus on Catalyst.
No.
Almost been taken down.
Xenark was taken down though, and looks like it is a 2. He tried to dive in with the SOD at the top, but he was not able to get the trade. So this time, I guess it will be Team Depression who will be trying to contest out for the turtle first. Popon Kumar is still onto the base. There's the spatial migration as well. The jump coming in from the Universe. Void just goes down. It will be you actually who will be able to get the turtle. And looks like the Universe will be taken down. Catalyst is also low. Lilith will be the one able to get the kill. 2 for 1, as well as the turtle going out for the side of Team Depression. So that is definitely an answer coming up from the side. Even though it is still not enough to take down the lead, it's actually enough to get one of the neutral objectives.
Definitely. Look at them. They are trying to make sure to get all that neutral objectives because with the neutral objectives and the turrets, you are definitely going to get those amount of gold for your team. Really loving how oppressors are making, sorry, not the oppressors, but the blue side are making sure Void will be farmed up. I think Void tries to play a bit aggressive, like when he knows that some member is a bit low he tries to go much more forward but like in that moment he's forgetting that he's a marksman and not a tank so that is going to be a bit of a problem other than that loving that
Oh
coming in
no!
because top lane, they just made a mistake. Next on the chopping block will be that Hilda. Void will be there. But wait a minute, one by one members are
At
going
least
down. Catalyst trying to get away, but the spatial migration will be enough from Popong that they won't be going for a chase. But is that decision right? Because the Lord's gonna jump in. But wait a minute, Black Dragon Form comes in, tries to go for the Lumiere. Void already concealing his position as well.
Shishiro just goes back with the Black Dragon, and they might be trying to dive in onto the mid side, uses form, uses the Petrify, but still the sustain won't actually be enough. But Shishiro is kill onto Patrick Star. He is the one actually making the trades, and some way, some around, the EXP Dina is the one able to hold out the match for the side of Team of Pressures. The SOD as well as the follow-up from the Hilda is actually backfiring onto them. Even if they are trying to dive in, I guess the tectonic charge is playing a massive role onto that. And also, the Moskov is onto the Flicker instead of the Purify. So, if the tectonic charge actually connects onto you, there's no tool for you to actually escape it out. The Lord has already responded. Looks like Team Operations will be not wasting any time, but looks like Lilith is trying to get out some vision. There might be a fight coming up. Oh, Petrified.
Oh, the Lord though is just a retribution away. There you go. Void will be taken out
Oh,
with
no.
the retribution. Thus gets it, but this time around you. He's on a heavy chase. He's trying to do some damage, trying to revive himself, but no, that's not working. Zincaro will be going down. That's the turret helping him, so that the Patrick Star will be getting that kill. But they want to go press on more, given the fact that there is no two members from the side of Team Oppressors. The Lord is there. The Moscow as well. They have to target the Moscow. They are trying to let the Lord in as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and if it actually went out for the side of Team Oppressors, then they would have been able to do out a lot with this Lord. But unfortunate enough, there's the Patrick Star connecting onto the Moscow. There's still no follow-up. Rough Waves comes up. Catalyst just goes back. They are able to secure the mid, and they are forced to just go back. It looks like the engages will still be coming around. Karita doesn't waves yet. RWM comes up. Catalyst just goes back. Molester God as well as the Catalyst will be quite low, but onto the backline. There's the fight coming up. Sheshiro just goes in with Black Dragon form. He uses it, but it will be the unstoppable actually for the Grok. Sheshiro is all low on, but he will be able to get the kill onto Void, and the job has been done. The marksman has been taken down, but the Black Dragon is going down. He is doing quite of a job when it comes out, just marking on the backline.
Definitely, during the team fights, he is trying to mark down the right members, but the same goes for the Vizta as well. Wait a minute, Karita tries to petrify, but Suyu with the immune skill gets out of the way. Lilith onto the same note, he is trying to get that bit of a protection for his own team with that walls as well, but Team Oppressors will have to save up their turrets now that the blue side is really pushing up the minions. They are trying to put pressure onto the lanes. It is a 50-50 battle.
Yeah, surely, and it all depends upon which team will be able to capitalize more onto the whichever team has the higher trades will be the ones actually who will be able to actually end out the game. But Depression has the tower advantage for this side. These two still have 2 towers advantage, so it is giving out the map control that they actually wanted out. And when it comes out onto the initiation, that it's actually Lilith who is on to the unstoppable with the Grok. So there's the Black Dragon form once again onto the back. He is trying to go in, but looks like the engagement will still not be done. The Hilda is really low and she just goes back, but there is the chase onto her. Oh, immobilize as well, and that will be it. Zenark will be Catalyst is also just going back, doesn't use out the rough waves, doesn't actually fully commit it out. The Lord has been spawned, and both of the teams, Renard just got taken down, so Team Oppressors doesn't have the Roma for their side. But look at the KD of the Grok, actually.
Crazy. Crazy KD, definitely. I mean, he is like going for the MVP, definitely. So let's see if he does manage to get the MVP. But wait a minute, Catalystus gets interrupted. You are talking about how Gyu takes away the Lord already, just making sure to get it on. But Void will be taken down. That's double kill for this Moscow. Now the teams are trying to make sure to get it on. But wait a minute, they are targeting Gyu. Almost been taken down.
If he used out the Petrify onto that, then maybe the kill would have been done. But there is the dive. Once again, Lilith is going to be going back. He has a monster kill onto him. And the Grok is definitely going on quite rampage. Even if it is not a damage build Grok, I think he has the potential to actually one-shot the Moskov or the Eve because of the KDA. Not the Eve actually, but the Kadita. And looks like the Lord has already been spawned. It is coming out from the top side, and Oppressors most probably will be able to defend it. Seishiro still has the ultimate. He has the ultimate now, and he can be going out with the Black Dragon form. There's the engage onto the top side. Zenark is quite low. The glue has caught him, but there's a tech charge. It won't be connecting. Black Dragon form be used out by Seishiro. Mikage just goes back, and there's the engage. Void is going to be able to escape, but there's the engage from the Black Dragon as well. Tries to use 5 play, but that RW comes up right on time. Orange Chicken just goes down, but the final shutdown onto the EXP laner. Seishiro just goes down. That will be a 3-for-1 trade just for the trade of Orange Chicken. They did lose out the glue. They did lose out the Lord, but Depressions are the one who are having the better trades for now, and looks like they will be trying to prioritize the mid inhibitor tower as soon as possible. And Zenark as well as Popom Kumar are the only ones trying to defend it out. They will not be able to do so, and the lane sinking is coming up quite up to the point. But Catalyst is up, and on the few next seconds, Seishiro as well as the Moscow will be up as well. But at some point, they will be losing out most of their resources.
Definitely, they'll have to make sure to do not lose that, given the fact that the inhibitors turrets are almost been taking down. The pressure that Team Blue are putting it is working out so well. On top of that, I think Moscow is also trying to deal that kind of a damage. You do see the Carry doing the same, but at the moment Carry tends to get carried away a bit into the team fight, so that is a bit of a problem.
Yeah, that's the thing. And Void, if he gets easily targeted, he has already fallen down 5 times, so that is the one thing he would be trying to avoid. But there's the engage once again coming.
Oh!
Tries to go, but that will be the tectonic charge onto 4 people. The engagement was there, but finally it might be a shutdown onto Lilith. Uses the immortality, but he uses the flicker just to go back, and looks like he will be able to just make the escape. That was a good tech charge, but there was no follow-up from the side of Team Depression. There were no position to be actually making the follow-up. Lord has already been spawned, and looks like Orange Chicken will be trying to engage with the glue. He just is forced to go back. Maybe Gyu might be trying the clutch steal. Seishiro Mikage doesn't have this time, tries to buy as much time as possible, and finally Popom Kumar is able to get the Lord. For the side of Team Oppressors, they are trying to go in. RWM comes up, and they are trying to fight in once again, but that will be the trade onto them. But no, both of the teams, even if they are trading out the blows, they won't be able to get any kills for their side, but the neutral objective goes out for the side of Team Oppressors.
Definitely look at them. They are trying to take down Orange Chicken, will be successful in that, but at the same moment, Black Dragon form coming in. Grog, though, it is not their main priority, but they do need to make sure that the backliners will be taken down. You do have the Lord coming in, while the Hilda is trying to make sure to make some way, because it is quite important as of now how the teams will be working around.
Absolutely, and this time, the defense is going to be tougher because that is first lot coming up from the side of Team Oppressors, and Depressions are the one actually who are trying to hold up the defense. They are able to get majority of the towers for now, and looks like the Lord will be spawning from the top side. They do have the minions, and they might just dive in. Popom Kumar has the special migrations as well as the Violet Requiem. But there's the engage from the Kadita. Boy, Void goes down with the
Oh.
Petrify. Even if he did fell off, he did his job out quite perfectly, and that was quite of a trade. Even if the Kadita did fell off, but majority of the inhibitor towers will be going down, and this time, Depression are the one who are going to be backing it off for now. And oppressors are also not overextending onto any team fights. The goal lead, it doesn't matter, but what matters is if you are able to get the neutral objective this time, maybe you might be able to end it by yourself.
Definitely you. Oh my God, taking down Void has been such a a bit of a hefty task, and only the Kadita is able to do it very quickly. So that they are really in for a treat now this time around. Team oppressors can put in their you know minion pressure as of now with a lot of inhibitors down. It is they could do it easily, so let's wait and watch if that is happening or not. Other than that,
Oh
Patrick
my
Star.
god. Look at the
Patrick.
grok. Look at the grok.
Yeah, he's just
Something
he's a
you
marksman.
actually don't see. Yeah, something you actually don't see from a roamer. And the fun fact is he is completely on a defensive build instead of a damage build. We do see a damage grok with the assassin emblem onto our troll picks category, to be honest. And other than that, still Grok having a KDA like this and able to have the tectonic charge that could actually burst him down is one of the main key points for the side of Team Repression. Zenark is just forced to use out a flicker. This time the Lord will be spawning, but the thing is, Depression will also be trying to contest it out. The question is, who will be getting the Lord this time? Oppressors have already started out with the engage.
Okay, they definitely did. Look at them, the Lord, though this is going to be a bit of a priority for them, and they have to make sure who gets it on. Other than that, loving the river area control as of now from the side of Team Oppressors. Look at them, they are not allowing the members to jump in, and the Lord will be taken down easily.
Yeah, and Lord will be spawning from the top side once again. And this time, the defense this time is not going to be as easy as it was onto the first lot that it actually came up. Sheishiro as well as the other members, they have the ult for the initiation, and they just need to make sure they are marking on backline. Maybe Catalyst will go all in with the Kadita, using the rough wave as well as the petrify combo onto carry. So positioning is going to be the main crucial factor onto the team fight that is going to be coming up now.
Definitely. Let's see. Lord Daw unable to move in. That is going to be there. Other than that, I love how the other members are focusing. Okay, Black Dragon
Oh,
goes in with the Black Dragon form. There you go. The turret though. Wait a minute. Hilda taking up too much turret damage, but at the same moment,
oh,
Catalyst quite low will be taken down. The Lords there trying to take out the crystal. Lumiere will be targeted by the Hilda this time around onto the back lanes. Orange Chicken down. Catalyst down. Lilith down. The crystal down as well. Do you see the victory? Oppressors moves out to the top 8.
to the top 8, as well as an incredible comeback coming up from the side. What a game it was. Both of the sides, they played it out, all out. Lilith only fell off once, and that was it for the side of Team Oppressors to get the game. And this time, it is, of course, Seishiro with the MVP onto the Yujong. Before it was the Lapu Lapu, but he did his job perfectly, even as the Black Dragon. So congratulations for their side. And Depression, even if you guys are going to be depressed with the loss, I would say commendable performance from your side as well, because you actually did pull it up onto the game number 3. And even if it was not as comfortable compared to the game number 1, you actually came up with a competition, and extending it out onto a game number 3 and giving out your all onto the series is what matters. I hope you people will be improving more onto the next upcoming tournaments, and I hope you people will be grinding more as well. For now, it is Team Oppressors who are getting the victory, so they will be moving forward onto the stages. So Peachy, any more thing you would like to add on?
The whole day was definitely interesting. We finally got to see three matches. Definitely an intense match. But don't worry, guys. This was just the top 16. We'll be coming soon with the top 8 as well. Now, the competition is gonna get more intense. So, all the best to the teams who are up for the top 8 very, very soon. Other than that, let's have a break. Let's go for, the shutdown for now. And we'll be back tomorrow.